The mic's back on.
All right. Paste that. All right. All right.
to Area B in Big Booty Land. Your departure is imminent. Destination, a planet far, far away. Where Big Booty Land
All right.
is a boy. We're happy to have you. The time for departure has come.
All right, let's get rolling.
You will return to Big Booty.
Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes on this wonderful selection Sunday. I, of course, am the Brofect1 AJ. Hope you're having an incredible Sunday like I am here today because it's March Madness, baby. It's officially that time of the year. Conference Championship weekend has, it's delivered. It's delivered. It's gotten me ready for March. It's gotten me into the group. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. And I'm ready. I'm ready to dominate March. The Money Train Noah will be joining me later on in the show as we are watching Wisconsin, Illinois. We also got Temple UAB up as we wait for Selection Sunday to get started. Wisconsin up 14-12 right now against Illinois. 12:52 left to go in that first half. And for all disclosure, I'm on Wisconsin with the points. I'm still liking them here. Looking at a live line. Still liking them here, plus 2.5, and on that money line at plus 145. Again, it's not that I don't like Illinois. I think Illinois is a fine squad. Their inconsistency throughout the season, I think, just continues to speak for it. And yes, you can go ahead and argue with me, but AJ, they're 25-8 on the season. I get it, but it's not an impressive 25-8, especially with how weak the Big Ten has been this season. It's not been good. And yes, you can go ahead and point to these games and be like, well, hey, it looks like the Big Ten played pretty good here. Yeah, fine during the tournament. But when shit gets rough, I don't know if I can trust Illinois here. And so I'm okay with where we're sitting here. Wisconsin plus 2.5 right now. And on that money line at plus 135. UAB taking it to Temple right now, 22-15, 7:42 left to go in that first half as well. The final two championship games that we need before we can get into the brackets and Selection Sunday. And hey, you might be seeing this little whiteboard here, huh? Yeah, new addition to the studio just for March Madness. Don't worry. It'll be getting a lot of work. Once we get this rolling. When we get Noah on here, we'll start playing out the situations. We'll start putting together brackets because it's that time of the year. It's that time of the year. I already spoke to my fiance. I looked at my fiance and I said, hey, I just want to tell you, first of all, you're an amazing woman. I love you. You're incredible. And I also want to apologize for the fact that you're not going to see a lot of you this week because it's March Madness. It's March Madness weekend. So she luckily is the best and understands where we're at and what week it is. And so we're able to continue to move forward. So shout out to my fiance again. But yeah, no, we're here, baby. We're here. We waited all month for March. Need Kelly Clarkson to make a theme song for that. You know what I mean? Like we have for Sunday Night Football. That'd be nice. But yeah, and hey, drop let me hear. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Let me know who you like, who's already been in to make a nice deep run with those guaranteed bids coming out. And just let me know your March Madness thoughts. We're enjoy the final, enjoy what little bit of college basketball we have left. Because after these two games, it's a finite number. Temple trying to come back a little bit. 18-22, 7 minutes left to go in that first. And as long as they keep hitting their free throws, they keep taking the opportunities they're given. They're going to stay in this game. I like UAB a lot. They've had a hell of a season. And Temple 16-19 on the season, 5-13 in the conference. Not something that you're proud about, not something that you want to go home and talk about, but hey, that is a stat that you own. Team stat. I still can't believe Duquesne beat VCU. That was unbelievable. Solid game from Duquesne. Temple getting some good ball movement right now. I'm liking it. Line's all locked up. Ball going back UAB's way. But we're cooking. We're cooking. What's this live right now? All right, UAB. They just locked it up. UAB was like 7.5 point favorites, 8.5 point favorites when it was open for a hot minute. 5:51 left to go in that first. 8.5. There it is. Got to eat the juice on Temple at -120. Still looking at 320 on the money line. Going to be coming back here soon, finally, from commercial break for the Big Ten. Can we sneak in on the first half line, you think? Ooh, maybe. Ooh, 1.5 at -130 for Wisconsin. Book's getting scared. Book's starting to get a little scared with how Illinois is playing. But this is the Illinois team that Noah and I have been telling you about all season. You know, this is the team that it is. They come out and they're just not playing good basketball. It's not sustainable basketball for what they need to happen. Wisconsin -1.5 at +120. What's that? That means even money. Minus the 111. And believe me, I'm not trying to suck off Wisconsin here by any means necessary. I think there's a lot of issues on the Wisconsin side of the basketball too that we can get into. But a lot of it has to do with what's wrong with Illinois. And that's just mostly the Big Ten. And I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be shocked if we get more. Oh, God, I would say 3 or 4 teams. I think they might squeeze in 4 teams there. But, I mean, the days of the Big Ten running March Madness are over. That should be done with because none of these teams are performing up to that level. And, yes, I know Illinois has been bucking around up there in the top 15, top 10. But, again, I think they're just frauds. I think they're fraudulent. And Wisconsin doing a really nice job right now trying to send that message home. All right. Nice shot there from Wisconsin from the 3, but no, not good. And, you're going to hear me say it a lot today when we talk about, excuse me. Sorry, you're going to hear a lot more about it when we're talking about, the bracket when that's finally released. But defense, I think, is, and I said it last year, and it's still proven true, I think. I think defense is going to be the big thing. Oh, is your mic off? Sounds like camera audio. Thank you, Mitch. Let me check out what's going on. Ooh, yeah. I had the wrong microphone setting on. I hope that sounds better. Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate you. If y'all can hear me, I'd appreciate it if you let me know. Had some technical issues. That's why it took me a minute to keep going, to get on here. Noah already coming in with some fire today. Talking about the committee will do what they do and put in 5 to 10 mediocre high major schools in place of mid majors coming off a tremendous season. Well, yeah, Noah. Yeah, what do you expect? And I'll bitch at him about this when he comes on. But, dude, what do you expect? Honestly, what else do you expect? And what did he say? Oh, and then he's talking shit about FAU already. Love it. Way to be, Noah. Way to be. He'll be on here probably around halftime of the Big Ten Championship, I think he's told me. Which, honestly, if we're still cooking, I mean, Wisconsin might be. This might be the squad here. And when Illinois dominates a team, they get ahead early, they put their head down and they get those points. And that's just not what they're doing right now. They're letting Wisconsin get in there. They're making some dumb mistakes, some dumb fouls that you can't have. Wisconsin back at the line. -200 first half live betting right now. Full game. They just moved to -105. Like I was saying, hey, this Wisconsin team is no joke right now.
you talk about getting hot at the right time, you know? And that's what they did. I mean, they rattle off their last three, going into the tournament, not looking the best, but hey, it happens. And then just running through the Big Ten competition right here, especially with that big win over Purdue yesterday. I mean, that was unbelievable. But I'm loving it. I mean, again, Purdue, one of those. I'm very interested to see what the committee does with Purdue. Because as Noah and I have been saying, and we may be some of the only haters here on Purdue because everyone seems to be loving what they're doing. But what do they do? They get Edey the ball, and then when they can take Edey out of when Edey's taken out of the game, they're a mediocre squad. And I mean, it's been proven year after year, not only in March, but during the regular season, during the big games when it matters. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with them. But I'm telling you, I think Purdue is a team that I'm definitely looking at for an early first round exit. Wisconsin missing a free throw, 22-19. 8:47 left to go into the first, so still a lot of time. Wisconsin misses a pull-up three. That would have been nice. They would have loved that. But we're cooking. We are a cooking. And I'm thinking, tied ball game. I want to see if I can get plus money on that first half line again. Back up to plus 150. There we go. Plus 140. First half money line. We'll cook. Wisconsin on the money line for the first half, plus 140. Oh, I need to get my picks going. Hold on. There we go. Boom. Oh, it's not doing the scroll. Why isn't it scrolling? There we go. All right, commercial break everywhere. Trying to see. I'm not seeing any. Sometimes maybe you get a report or something of what you're looking at, but Jesus, report coming out. Sorry, nothing to do with college basketball, but this is insane. Report coming out that the Jets have been shopping Zach Wilson, but there's been zero interest, zero teams interested in him. So they might be stuck with the guy, or they're just going to cut him outright. You might cut him outright, honestly. All right. This is, I forgot, as I'm getting ready for our March Madness live stream this weekend, Thursday through Sunday from the first tip to the last basket. I forget how many times we get caught in commercial breaks. You know what I mean? Just commercial breaks where everything just happens to be in commercial. And it happens, you know what I mean? You have the timeouts and the specific, TV breaks that you need and everything like that. Like, I understand, and I get the business behind it and everything. Doesn't mean I'm happy about it. Doesn't mean I have to like it, but it's annoying, if we're going to be completely honest. But what you going to do, brother? What you going to do? We'll suffer through commercials. That's what we'll do. All right. Finally getting back to action here. I'm liking Wisconsin still. I really am. I don't think. I don't trust it. Like I've said, I don't trust this Illinois team. I don't trust this Illinois team. What do you want me to say? Temple making some free throws, 22-36. UAB handling business, 2:36 left to go in that first half. More going. Hey. All right. Let's get back to it. 7:44 left to go first half of Wisconsin, Illinois for the Big Ten championship. They are a cooking. Oh, every night Illinois got to get something going. I don't know if Illinois is. Mitch, you think it's going to be tied at half? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're getting great odds, plus 1,000 right now for the tie. I'm thinking Wisconsin's going to be able to pull away a little bit. I'm not saying they're going to pull away big time. Like, I think they might get a possession or two on Illinois. I don't think they're going to get anything more than three possessions. That was a bad call. That was a soft-ass call. And now I remember we got to deal with these college basketball officials. But I've been watching enough NBA this season where I don't think I'm going to be frustrated with the college officiating during March, because the NBA officiating is just so shitty. It's so bad. It's so bad. Wisconsin for the full game. I like it, Mitch. I like it. Again, Illinois, they feel fraudulent to me. Beyond fraudulent to me. I've been saying it all season. And whether it's today or the first round of March, people are finally going to start to open their eyes to it. And again, it's no disrespect to the team or anything. I think the team's done fine in what they've been able to do, but they don't do it for me. Man, Temple looking rough today. 25-41. Back to the line. 40.4 left to go in the first. Gotta let it go. I'm coming. Oh, sorry. It was UAB's back at the line. Just increasing their lead here. It's getting physical. It's getting physical here in the Big Ten. Some pushing, some shoving underneath the rim, but hey, Wisconsin, big man be able to put it away there. And we'll get an and one there. We like it. Let's keep Wisconsin going. Keep them hot. Wisconsin full game plus 125 on the money line right now. Ooh. Illinois finally, again, their offense is fine. They just don't get it rolling all the time. And so it looks like they're finally at least starting to get, in rhythm. But another dumb foul. And that's going to keep hurting them. I don't know what else you want me to say. Dumb mistakes. That's what kills you in March. And and I think that's one thing we really need to keep in mind when we're looking at the brackets going into the rest of today. Look at these more mature teams. Look at these teams that have some experience, have some hair on their balls per se. That have been there, done that before. And so, yeah, a team like UConn definitely is going to spark some interest. But then you even look at some of these mid-majors who, not as many people transferring, not as many people leaving the program, got a lot of good chemistry going there. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind when you're working on your bracket. Did they send me daughters? What was the foul there? Oh, yeah, you can't reach in there and grab them. You just can't do that. I'm sorry. It's a big no-no. And that's kind of what, just like I was talking about with Illinois, Wisconsin needs to avoid giving Illinois opportunities like they are right now. If they can hold steady, hold steady, they're going to be fine. They just got to play their basketball, play their way, keep putting points on the board. Also, if you're watching the Temple UAB game, Myron Metcalf, the guy interviewing Andy Kennedy, UAB head coach right now, sick jacket. Sick jacket. Do you do any big bracket pools? We haven't done one. There hasn't been we haven't done one. I don't know why we haven't done one. I'm going to talk with Noah about that. When he should be coming on soonish. And so when he's on, we'll ask him. We'll see if we can get one going for us. So I'm sure I can get that set up like right now, right? Or do I have to wait until March Madness starts? Tuesday. Like, hey, mama, hey, mama. Ooh. Now it's a question of if I remember any of my passwords. You go talk to your friends, talk to my friends. All right. We'll work on that. Mitch, we will work on that, and we will get you an answer soon. Wisconsin up now, 29-27. 5:24 left to go here in the first. And I mean, excuse me, Illinois going back to the line. You got a lot of Wisconsin's got 3 people with 2 fouls already. And so that is a concern. That is going to be a concern going into the second half. You just hope that you can minimize it. Illinois looking to tie it up here at the line. No. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. No, supernova. All right. Wisconsin up 31-29. I missed what happened there. My bad. 5 minutes left to go in the first now. Still catching Wisconsin plus 100. So even money right now at the book. And the book doesn't. The book, for some reason, does not want to give Illinois plus money. They must have some severe liability on Illinois, or the way the public must be betting. I'm thinking that's what it is. The way the public's betting is keeping them Illinois minus the money. Which, I mean, is fine for us. Because even if, let's go ahead and, get ahead of ourselves a bit. Even if Wisconsin, let's say, goes up. Oh, there you go. Now it's moving. Wisconsin minus the 110, Illinois minus 120. Still getting, oh, now Wisconsin minus the 1.5 at plus 110. Back at the line, Carter Gilmore. And so, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But with such a close game, it's been a tight game. A lot of ties, a lot of lead changes. Well, some lead changes here. And especially if the refs keep calling this type of a game. Money picks, I only bet NIT. I love it. I love it. I love it. If I get bored during March, which it's hard to get bored during March Madness, but if I get bored, I'll go ahead and I'll throw whatchamacallit. I'll throw some NIT bets in there, especially if it's some dumb matchup. But no, and honestly, money picks, that's probably the way to go. You know, college basketball in general, like they say, quote unquote, you want to be betting those mid-major games. That's where a lot of the money can be made and everything, which is absolutely true. But NIT is probably where you make your money this season. Yeah, NIT does fucking suck, but still. Respect to those teams that actually like ball up and go play NIT. I remember a couple years ago when ASU, OG, absolutely. What was it though? It was like ASU. I think that's why it sticks out to me. ASU a couple years back just decided not to go. Like they weren't in March, and for some reason they thought they were getting in there, which fucking delusional in my opinion. But nah, and then being able to, they just denied the NIT. That was the funniest thing in the world. All right, we're going into the break here. 33-31, first half with Wisconsin up. 4 minutes left to go. And hey, just like that, it's switching right back. It is switching right back. And so the book is fighting hard. The book is fighting hard to not give you any plus money on Illinois. They still like Illinois to win the game, which fair enough. But they also don't trust enough to put I mean, the fact that the line is still hanging at 2.5 blows my mind. If we're going to be completely honest, that blows my mind. Because if I'm a book, I would put this is a 3.5 point line. This is a 3.5 point line either way. And then you're just, you're rolling the dice that Illinois comes back, which the book definitely apparently wants them to come back, but I don't know why. Ooh, what's this? Former Vikings wide receiver KJ Osborne signing with the Patriots, sources tell Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport. All right, so hey, the Patriots loading up a little bit. Patriots loading up. Cardinals are not loading up. Cardinals are not loading up. We got Desmond Ridder. Yeah. And then Justin Fields going to the fucking Steelers. Again, I think that is just an awful move. Awful move. I don't know why the Bears wanted to trade him. I think the upside on Caleb Williams is not. I don't think it should be as appealing as everyone's making it out to be right now. I just don't. And the Bears do this every single time, though. We don't fire the head coach, and we go and get a new quarterback just so that we can go fire that head coach. And then our starting quarterback has 2 head coaches within the first 2 years. And shit, when has that worked? It hasn't. We're about to be, I mean, seriously, let's go down the list. Just the last 3 quarterbacks now. Caleb Williams, Justin Fields, Mitch Trubisky. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, seriously, where quarterbacks come to die. And I understand, when Caleb Williams came out and he said, hey, I don't want to play for the Bears. Like, I completely understand. I get it. I still don't think that's something you say, and I don't think that's something that gets out. But within the same stroke, like, he's seen the writing on the walls. This is where quarterbacks go to die. And so we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not happy about it. But who knows? The Bears could pass up on Caleb Williams and go with Drake May or something. Also, not going to be a popular opinion, but I'll say it anyway. I'm feeling bad for J.J. McCarthy. I said it. I'm feeling bad for J.J. McCarthy. He's getting the Will Levis treatment. You know what I mean? Last year, Will Levis, everyone was like, yeah, he's going to get drafted. He'll absolutely get drafted. And then all of a sudden the narrative turned around and he was a top 5, maybe number 1 draft pick. And he was sitting there in the green room just falling. It's exactly what they're doing to J.J. McCarthy. It's terrible. It's terrible, but hey, do what you got to do. All right, Illinois back at the line. Again, 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Very superstitious. Wow. All right, they make them 32-33. This is where Wisconsin, this is where you got to put the brakes on them. Put the clamps down. What the fuck? There we go. Caleb Williams is like Mark Sanchez and Matt Leinart had a baby. I mean, Mitch, you kind of got a point there, bub. Caleb Williams, yeah. I mean, shit. I don't not agree with that. Yeah, that's not a bad take. It's not a bad take. Let's see if we get something more embarrassing than the butt fumble, though. Butt fumble, still number 1 all time, not top 10. Foul on the floor, I think, against Illinois. At least that's what it looked like to me. Shut up. Ooh, he's close on the poster, though. Very close on the poster. Here we go. But Wisconsin back at the line. A.J. Storr. 12 points, 4 and 9 for the field. Bangs around, bangs at 37-34. Wisconsin up, baby. We like it. We like it. Oh, man. All right. Illinois getting a nice little putback there. Still a 1-point game. 2:26. Mitch, you might be onto something. This game may end up in a tie first half. That was a nice move there. Whew. .217 left to go here in the first half. Illinois with the ball. Tries a 3 with some pressure. Airballs it. Goes out of bounds. Wisconsin getting the mode. Wisconsin getting the ball, excuse me. Rudy in the chat. What's up, Rudy? How are we doing today on Selection Sunday? Right now, vibes are immaculate. As long as Wisconsin doesn't fuck this up for me. Ooh. Nice out. Wisconsin's got some nice ball movement, and that's one thing that's been really nice about them. Big three from Wisconsin. Up by 4, minute 35 left to go here in the first. Wisconsin eating right now. Oh, man. Illinois driving in there. Broken up, but then open 3. Not there. Wisconsin with a good rebound. Minute 10 left to go here in the first. Let's get cooking. Oh, he wanted it. 3 contended. Air ball. Illinois with the rebound. 56 seconds left to go here in the first. Illinois driving in there. They'll get the 2. They'll hit an easy layup. 38-40, 50 seconds left to go in the first. Illinois down by 2. We're going to get a timeout. Going to slow it down a little bit. I like that move. I like that call. Slow it down a minute. Let Wisconsin get some breath. Figure out what you're going to do. And then let's go to the next step. Let's go to the next phase. And let's just close out this first half up on top. And like I said, I don't think it's going to be more than a possession or 2. But I think it's going to be a possession or 2. All right. We're going to commercial break. We should have Temple coming back here soon. What's that live line at? UAB 15-point favorites right now. Oh, and they're just locking up that line again. They do not want to post that. And that's one thing that you will see a lot in March. You know, one thing that we need to... Oh, shit. Wisconsin miss. Illinois pulls up. Big 3 there for Illinois. 28 seconds left to go. 41-40. Need something here from Wisconsin. We'll get a timeout for Wisconsin. Mitch, if you're still looking for that time, man, you need a foul and Wisconsin to miss one. Are they in bonus? Double bonus? I think they're just in bonus. Hold on to me. Oh yeah, Illinois is in bonus. Whew. All right. Again, Mitch, I still think Wisconsin's going to take it. I'm holding strong with Wisconsin. That's how we're feeling. As we're getting ready for the American comeback, Temple, UAB. Again, UAB handling business right now. Take me into... Mitch, stay down. All right. Oh. All right, UAB Temple back going. Again, UAB up 43-20, 45-27 now. Man, again, these commercials just taking a minute. Fuck. All I think about is you. All right, yeah, I'm not feeling it. We're just interviewing the Illinois head coach for no reason. Let's just get it going. Oh, I'm sorry. That's halftime. I just missed it. My bad. I looked away for too long. I moved away for too long. That's my B. But oh shit. What was I gonna say? I'm sorry, I was lost. Wisconsin. Yeah, going into halftime, Wisconsin 40, Illinois 41 in the Big Ten championship. As I'm trying to get this shit figured out, I had to redo stuff because.
Come on now.
Hold on. No, I can't hear you. I got to put these in, okay? Give me a second. God. And now I'll bring him on. He's the man with the numbers, sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond. All hail the king of the links, the prince of the props, the money train. Noah, how are you doing today, Bob?
Doing great. Hey, last couple of games of the regular season here, the conference tournaments, and hey, Selection Sunday right around the corner. Huh?
Oh, it's right. We're a couple hours away, Noah. We're out, or not even. We're like an hour and a half away. As long as none of these games go to overtime.
Yeah, hour and a half away from me being pissed off about teams that make it in and teams that don't make it in. So,
That's why I got the whiteboard, because we're gonna have a separate list on the whiteboard of how pissed off you get in your ratings and other shit. I'm excited for the whiteboard, Noah. Did you notice the whiteboard?
Yeah. Hey, while we're at halftime, AJ, I mean, neck and neck in the Big Ten tournament for two teams that are going to be very susceptible to a first-round loss.
But no, that's just a blanket statement on the Big Ten in general, not just these two teams.
Yeah, we got UAB absolutely just thrashing Temple right now.
Oh, they're having a good time.
Looking like they should be punching their ticket. Obviously got, almost a whole half left, but
yeah,
up 20 with 18 and a half left. I think UAB is going to be just fine. Temple trying to be, I think, the only team with a losing record to make it in, and I think they're going to come up one game short here.
Yeah, but I mean, hell of a run they had here in the American tournament, and it's going to, and I mean, going up. I mean, as an organization, like not as an organization, as a school, like that's something that you can build on and keep going.
Maybe. I mean, they're going to miss the tournament. They probably won't even get an NIT bid because, like, they're 16 and 19 on the season, 5 and 13 in conference play, the 11 seed in their tournament. In the championship, they did knock off FAU, and I do want to talk about FAU.
Okay, talk about FAU. Get into it. Because I saw that tweet you put out. Hold on, what was the tweet you put out? It was a good one. No, I haven't seen. Like you've been on fire on Twitter today.
Yeah, well, I didn't dive enough into it, but FAU, in my mind, not deserving at all whatsoever of a tournament bid. It's not. They're not good. They were 30-3 last year. They won their conference. They got, I think it was a 9 seed, I think, and they ended up making the Final Four. Great. They brought some players back, but this team has lost way too many games and way too many bad games this season. Like they have a couple Q3 and Q4 losses on their resume. Like 2-2 in quad one does not make up for the bad losses that they've had this season. They go, up until the final weekend of the regular season for them, they were sitting in the 4 seed in their conference, and things worked out and they got the 2 seed, but then they lost to Temple. They lost to Temple in the semifinal. It's just bad. It's bad. They don't deserve to get in. It pains me because I think they are going to get in with a 10 or an 11 seed.
Really?
Because of what they did last year, and that one's going to piss me off because FAU doesn't deserve to be in. And then USF, I think, is going to be held out of the tournament.
I think USF's going to get screwed.
And USF had a better season than FAU. They are they had a better season. They're a better team, and it's going to be really painful when FAU gets in and USF is held out. I think you might need a different marker there.
No, my handwriting just absolutely sucks. Oh, no, you can't see the red on this for fuck.
Oh, I wasn't talking about. Yeah, I wasn't talking about your handwriting. I was talking about can't see it.
Let's try
Yeah, UAB up 26 now with 16 left. They should be good. UAB is going to punch their ticket. They are good. Hey, the A10 or not the A10, the American in general. USF, very good team. FAU, we know what they did last year. They were a pretty damn good team this year. I don't think it's enough personally to put them in the tournament, but I think they're going to get in. And then, you got teams like UAB, like North Texas, who are very good teams. I don't think they've done enough. Obviously, UAB will get in by way of winning the conference tournament here, but good American Conference. There's some good teams there. I don't know if they're a 2 or a 3 bid conference. And at this point, I would say they're a 1 bid conference, and it should be UAB. No, I take that back. They should be a 2 bid conference, but that second team in should be USF, and it's probably going to be FAU.
I'm thinking it is too.
And I'll be picking against FAU. Like you and I both, AJ, the second half of the season have been picking against them a lot betting wise and been making some good money picking against them. And if you can't get the job done in the stretch against your own conference when you're not in a high major conference, when you're in a mid-major conference and you can't even get the job done there, like how are you gonna get it done in March? That's my question.
I agree. I'm with you. I agree, Noah. And just an abysmal, not even abysmal. It was just a disappointing run in the back half of the season. When we finally got wise to it, it opened my eyes. I started realizing, oh no, yeah, they can't really run a good set. They don't do anything overly well. Like they're just kind of there.
John L. Davis is amazing. John L. Davis is really, really fucking good and should be playing at the next level. But outside of that, there's not much there. There's not much there for me outside of John L. Davis, who can be a game wrecker. He did that against Arizona earlier this season. He had like one of their 2 quad 1 wins. John L. Davis is really fucking good.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's very good.
And so they do have a chance if they make this tournament, which they probably will, because the committee. And it's weird because this is one of the rare situations I've seen where they're going to get in based on the merit of what they did last year, not on what they did this year. And yeah, so they have a chance. I'm not writing them off completely, but I won't be picking them to win their first round matchup unless I really like the matchup that they have, because I for sure won't be picking them to go far in this tournament because they have shown that they are not capable of winning games against decent teams, or even not that decent teams, losing to fucking Temple last night. Like,
no, absolutely. And I mean, Noah, it's going to be like, I will say I am kind of excited to finally get the selection stuff out of here so that we can listen to these big talking heads that don't know shit about college basketball, start talking out their ass about their bracket and everything. And every one of them is going to be talking about FAU this week. Every single one of them is going to be talking about FAU. Every single one of them is going to be talking about maybe a St. Peter's or something if they somehow can weasel their way in. But but like this time of the year really
Dusty May's already gone.
Who doesn't know? Yes.
Like that's the thing. After last year's run, after like performing the way they have this year, even though it's been underwhelming from what they came off of making the Final Four. Dusty May, although Ohio State filling their head coaching vacancy today.
Did they? I didn't see that.
Yep. So that was like the number 1 spot people were expecting Dusty May at. He's going to be Louisville's next head coach. I'm like 80% certain that Dusty May will be Louisville's head coach next year. He's going to take over that historic program who has been in the dumps the last couple of years, and actually since Pitino left. And Dusty May's already gone. He's, I'm saying his focus is not going to be entirely there in the tournament. He doesn't really care. He's looking forward to, next year at a Power 5 program at Louisville. And that's, John L. Davis, we love, but I don't see FAU making a deep run this year.
I get it. I'm right there with you, Noah. You and I have been on the same page when it comes to FAU, and honestly, when it comes to Illinois as well, as we're seeing them, playing in a very tight game here against Wisconsin. Still waiting for that to come back from half. But it's one of those things. It's one of those weird things where technically it's a team that everyone's going to know and they're going to like going into March. And I think the books are going to make an absolute killing. I wouldn't be shocked to see whoever that first round matchup is that they are if they're underdogs or even if they're favorite, for the public to be all over them.
Well, they're sitting at right now projected like a 10 or an 11 seed, which I think is absolutely bonkers.
That's
like,
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
They're gonna be a super weak 10 or 11. I do want to say you mentioned St. Peter's, AJ, another team.
Yeah, what's going on with them?
Had a wonderful Cinderella run. Their entire starting roster is different. They have a new head coach. They got, maybe lucky's not the right word, but they win their conference tournament. They had a very mediocre average season, and I think they're going to be like a 15 or a 16 seed that a lot of people are going to be picking, and wrongfully so, because what they had going with Shaheen and then, Doug Eddert and some of the other players there who all ended up transferring after that season. Shaheen went to Seton Hall, who is a bubble team that we will see if they make it in or not. I think Seton Hall is going to fall on the outside. I don't think they get in. I think a lot of people are going to pick St. Peter's in their brackets and betting wise, just based on name, but the magic's not there. Same as FAU. Like, they had their great run. It's not like it's not like a VCU or like a, Northern Iowa or like a Loyola, where they had a couple of those, like a really good 3 or 4 year stretch. I think these were one-hit wonders, and I don't see either team going far. I did see on Twitter, funniest thing ever was the committee's got an opportunity to do a really, really funny thing here, which would be putting St. Peter's against Purdue in the first round.
Hey, I mean, honestly, why not? Why not? If they can make it work, let's just make it happen. All right, that needs to happen.
But like I said, St. Peter's, it's an entirely different team.
I know,
Noah, 2 years ago. So
I'm very aware, and that's why I haven't touched them. I have not touched them as a team all season long when it comes to gambling and everything like that, because I have not known what we're going to get from them, and I still don't know what we're going to get from them. And sometimes they say, you don't know what you don't know and everything, but sometimes you got to pay the piper.
And a little disappointing for me, because one of my 3 teams that I've been high on for like a lot of the season, Quinnipiac, obviously losing to St. Peter's in the semi there.
That was not fun.
I thought Quinnipiac was going to be a really dangerous 15 seed. St. Peter's probably going to draw a 16, I would imagine. Potentially they get a 15. I don't know. We'll see. But I thought Quinnipiac was going to be able to, be really dangerous there at the 15 spot. And honestly, the 14, 15, and 16 seeds that we're looking at this year are going to be very weak. So don't expect too many first round upsets of your 1, 2, and 3 seeds this year. Last year was interesting. We had a oddly low number of bid stealers, and there have been a shit ton of bid stealers this year. Teams that would not have made the tournament but did because they won their conference championship. And so I'm not high on the first round upsets this year, because I think the 16s, the 15s, and even some of the 14s are going to be very weak this year.
Yeah. I'm with you. And, speaking of those, the weaker teams that are getting in because they won their conference, looking at all of the teams that, we had high hopes for, or maybe thought we're going to do a little bit better in their conference championships. I have VCU comes to mind. Arizona comes to fucking mind too. But out of all those teams, I guess outside of Arizona, what team do you think was the most disappointing coming out of championship Sunday or championship week?
Oh boy. That one's tough. I mean, if USF gets held out, that's very, like I said, they should absolutely be a tournament team. I think they're going to fall on the wrong side of the bubble here, which is going to be terrible. Indiana State coming up 1 game short of probably would have been a 9 or a 10 seed.
Yeah.
And they lose to Drake, who's also a really good team. And Indiana State maybe looking, especially with all the bid stealers and all that, looking like they might not get in, which is absolutely horrendous. I mean, Indiana State's got the makings of a team that could make a deep run. And we don't know yet. Obviously, we will be live for Selection Sunday. I really hope Indiana State gets a chance, an opportunity, because the team and the players that they have the makings of making a Sweet 16 or an Elite 8 run as a Cinderella story. And I just think you can't keep a team like that out in favor of like a Michigan State or a Texas A&M or one of the, teams that have, like, Texas A&M has 5 quad 3 or quad 4 losses. 5 of them. That's
I know.
bad. And Indiana State, you look at them and their big knock is, well, they're 0-1 in quad 1. So you have a great
They're
team
0-1 though.
who just, they're getting penalized for not having enough of not a strong enough strength of schedule, which is absolutely ridiculous. Indiana State should be in. I hope they get in as one of those 11 seed play-in games, because they will make some waves. They will make some waves, mark my words, if they get the opportunity to keep playing.
Hey, let's get them in there. Let them dance. Let the boys dance. Noah, we are getting back to action here in Wisconsin and Illinois. Before we get too deep, I do need to step away for a moment. I'm going to leave you alone. All right. I'll be right back.
Oh, no. All right.
I know. I'm sorry. Be right back.
Yeah. Wisconsin, Illinois, the battle of the mid, the Big Ten. It's kind of been what it is. We've seen the last couple of years, Big Ten has flopped early in the tournament, and I expect the same thing this year. I mean, your top 3 teams, Purdue, Wisconsin, Illinois, like, I don't expect a lot out of any of the 3 of them. Like I did say, I think the 16 seeds are a bit weak this year, so Purdue might actually get through the first round, maybe even the second round. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't expect a lot out of Wisconsin and Illinois. Wisconsin sitting on kind of the 6 seed line projection wise. Illinois maybe a 4 or a 5. If Wisconsin wins this game, they probably both end up on the 4 or 5 line. Those are going to be really popular 12-13 upset picks, which everybody loves those 12-13s. That's where we do see a lot of upsets in the tournament. Watch out for Samford and McNeese State. Those are my 2 darlings of March. I think both of them have the makings to make a good Sweet 16 run, if not a little bit farther. And the Big Ten ain't shit. Like, the Big Ten ain't shit, and that's the thing. I hope we don't see like 7 or 8 Big Ten teams in this tournament, which we very well might, because tournament committee's a bunch of bullshitters. But like, for me, I mean, Purdue, Wisconsin, Illinois, yes, they're in. Northwestern, probably. Nebraska, probably. I would cut it off there. 5 Big Ten teams, and that's it. You got much better leagues. You got the Big 12, obviously. The Big East, who is potentially only going to be a 3-bid conference. Could be 5 or 6. They got a number of teams on the bubble. And then the SEC is going to send 6 or 7 teams, rightfully so. They've had a good year as a conference. It'll just be interesting to see what happens. Top seeds probably locked up, other than that 4th 1 seed that maybe Iowa State did enough to steal that from North Carolina. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But a lot of our 1s, 2s, 3s kind of locked in where they are, and it's just a matter of who's in what bracket, who their matchups are. We'll see. UConn and Houston, I trust to make a deep run, regardless of who they're playing.
I agree.
Not so sure about Purdue. Not so sure about North Carolina. I think if Iowa State does steal that 4th 1 seed over North Carolina, I think they'll be poised to make a deep run. So we'll have to wait and see on a lot of that, on who's in what region, who's got what seed, and
Where we're going from here.
Yeah, we'll be here for it.
Oh yeah, baby. It's March. We're getting going. Man, Wisconsin's starting to pull away a little bit here. The book finally catching up with that a little bit. Wisconsin now -150 on the money line, 1.5. The total there, 1.5 is the total, Noah. That's the total for the game. I think that's a nice overplay, but that's just me.
Yeah, would be if that were the case.
But is there anything sticking out to you there? Anything you'd want to look at?
Oh man, I don't know. This one's going to be back and forth. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah, gonna be tight.
I think Wisconsin probably wins this. Takes the Big Ten, moves himself up from like a 6 seed to a 5 or a 4. Illinois is going to maybe drop from like a 4 to a 5. I think, if Wisconsin wins this, I think both teams are on the 4 or 5 line. Both are going to be susceptible to a upset in the first round because we do have, even though the 14s, 15s, and 16s are really weak, I think the 12s and 13s that we're looking at are going to be very, very strong teams. You're talking about the teams who had a very good regular season, unlike some of the ones that are probably going to miss the tournament because they lost in their conference tournaments. But, while you were away, AJ, I was talking about McNeese, Stanford, my two darlings who are both probably poised for a Sweet 16 run, if not farther. You got potentially like Colgate and Charleston. Both of those are going to be really dangerous teams. If Vermont ends up with the 13 seed, watch out for them. They're kind of looks like teetering between 13 and 14. They would maybe be the only 14 who's, got some punch behind them.
Yeah.
But watch out for some of these mid majors. If Drake ends up on the 12-13 line, Drake's a very good team. Tucker DeVries is probably one of the 50 best players in the country.
Easily.
He just happens to be playing for his dad at Drake, which is the only reason he went to Drake. But, you got to watch out for some of these teams. And everybody usually knows that. Like the 12-13s are popular upset picks. They always are. And I do think we do have like a lot of strong 12 and 13 seeds going into this.
Oh yeah. A lot of strong teams on the back end, which is nice to see and should definitely make for some hell of some drama into March. I want to switch gears really quick, Noah. Shoffley's under 20. Scheffler's right there under 19.
Oh, so Scotty's making a little run, huh?
He's under 7 on the day. Like he's having himself around through 14.
Yeah, I got some money riding on Shoffley. I took that.
Shoffley? Yeah, that's right. You took that a couple days ago, didn't you?
I took that yesterday when he was 2 or 3 strokes back from Wyndham Clark when I took that bet at plus 400. And I was like, all right, Wyndham Clark. He, in the last month, has really decided he wants to be the villain on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, yes.
Blows my mind. I'm hoping this is just a little phase because I was like getting to the point where I'm like, oh, I like Wyndham Clark, right? And then the last 2, 3, 4 weeks of events, he's really deciding he wants to be the villain on tour.
Oh,
right?
I love it. I love it. He's in his villain arc right now. I love it, bro.
And he obviously got torn apart. He made those comments a couple of weeks ago. He was like, yeah, I think we should cut the tour down to 100 players. And then people were like, so 4 years ago, you wouldn't have even gotten your player card and you wouldn't be where you are. Pull it. Definition of pulling the ladder up behind you. He got to climb up, got to, play in all these events and hone in his game and be good on the tour. And then he's like, yeah, we don't want to give that opportunity to anybody else now. Now that I'm here, fuck everybody else. Man. And then he's been kind of a little bit of a pissy bitch on the golf course lately too. So
he's been fun to watch. I've enjoyed my time with Wyndham Clark recently.
But I like Shoffley to grab this one. Would be his biggest victory of his career. And I'm riding the Zan man. I think he's going to get it done. Although who knows? Maybe with Scheffler right on his heels, Scheffler might be pulling something out here. Only one win in the last 52 weeks for Scheffler.
Yeah, he's not bad.
But routinely top 5 or top 10 every single week. We say that when we cover golf it's a no-brainer every single week to bet Scheffler top 10 because he's almost always fucking top 10. So even if you're catching it minus 190, minus 170. Like, we rarely see it worse than minus 200 for him to top 10, and he does it every single week. So, like, don't shy away from those odds, right? Like, Scheffler's the number one player in the world for over 2 years straight now for good reason. He's that good. He just can't putt, although he's sunk a couple really long ones this week and last week.
Yeah.
So, really, he just needs his putts to be, longer than 10 or 15 feet, and then he's good.
Oh, he's Jay chilling then. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, anyway, that's our little foray into golf. Just wanted your thoughts on that. Hey, Wisconsin pulling away here a little bit, huh?
Yeah, 8-point lead now. And I really don't think this game matters other than slight differential in seeding. Like I said, I think Wisconsin wins this. Illinois maybe drops from the 4 line to the 5. Wisconsin jumps from the 6 up to a 4 or a 5. I'm still probably going to be liking either of these teams to lose in the first round, because I don't trust Wisconsin for shit. They've played some good games. They've played some really fucking bad games. Illinois, I don't think, has the bench to compete deep into the tournament whatsoever.
No, not
so
at all.
I will probably be fading both of these teams come March, big time.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I don't trust either of these teams as far as I can throw them. Not even close. And I mean, they're just so inconsistent. It pisses me off to no end. But how many teams from the Big Ten do you think are getting in?
Man. I was saying while you were gone, AJ, I don't think there should be more than 5. I think 5 is the number. Realistically, I think the committee's going to figure out a way to put in 7, which is just terrible. But I think Purdue, Wisconsin, Illinois, those are locks. They've done enough this season to earn their way in. Northwestern should be in. I think Nebraska should be in as well.
I like it.
Now they're going to find a way to put Michigan State and maybe Ohio State or Iowa in there as well, which is going to be absolutely terrible because none of those teams deserve to be in. Michigan State, you see online people picking and choosing their metrics they want to pay attention to. They're like, oh, Michigan State's had a decent quad 1, quad 2 record. Michigan State's got 4 quad 3 and quad 4 losses, which is absolutely terrible. They don't deserve
terrible.
Ohio State's got a borderline losing record, and yes, they've been hot lately, but the first half of the season was so bad that I don't think they deserve to be in, and I don't think Iowa's done enough either. So
no, not at all.
I'm sitting on that number of 5. I think you got 4 teams that are locks in Purdue, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Northwestern, and I think Nebraska, I would say, is a bubble team, but on the right side of the bubble in my mind. I would put Nebraska probably in one of those 11 seed play-in games.
Yeah. Okay. I can work with that.
Yeah, I mean they're like the 4th best conference in college basketball.
Yeah.
So they have no business having 7 seeds.
Oh God, no. God, no.
Especially when the Big East has been a better conference. I would say the Big East has been the 3rd best conference in basketball. And they're looking at potentially 3 teams only. I mean, obviously UConn, Marquette, and Creighton locks. They should all get top 3 seeds. Creighton may have dropped themselves to a 4. We'll see what happens with that. But then you got 3 or 4 Big East teams on the bubble right now, which is crazy to think about. St. John's, Providence, Seton Hall, and that may be it there. That may be it. All who could get in, all who could get out. I think Seton Hall has not done enough. I would keep them out. Providence, I would keep them out as well. They were off to a 11-1, 11-2 start, and then their best player gets injured out for the season, and that clearly had a big impact. And I don't think you take that 11-2 into account because they are not the team that they were the first month or 2 of the season. So I would keep Providence out. And I am high on the Big East, and I think I'm putting St. John's in, but I am if it's me, I'm keeping Seton Hall and Providence out. I don't think they have the impact to be made. And I hope St. John's gets in, and I hope they end up playing New Mexico in the first round, and we get the Patino Bowl.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm really hoping for. I want the Patino
Oh,
Bowl in the
yeah.
first
Let's get
round.
to that.
But yeah, that's where I am with the Big East. You jump over to the Pac-12. Arizona, Washington State are in, obviously. Oregon in because they won the tournament. And then you got Colorado, another bubble team to talk about.
Yeah.
Who was looking like they're in. They made the Pac-12 championship. I think it's going to be enough to get Colorado in at a 10 or an 11 seed.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you there.
I have no faith in Colorado making any sort of run,
Oh God, no.
but I think they did enough to earn their way in. Pac-12 is going to be 3 bids for sure, potentially that 4th if Colorado gets in.
If they can, yeah.
Not the strongest strength of schedule, so that might work against them. We'll see how the committee feels about that. ACC, another conference who not super heavy bid. Duke, North Carolina, obviously in for sure. Now NC State, terrible season, but winning the ACC, they are in. They punched their ticket last night, beating both Duke and North Carolina on the route to the ACC championship there. Having to play the whole tournament. Good for them. That may just push Virginia out. You got Virginia and Pitt then, sitting as those fourth and 5th, potentially could get in. ACC could have 5 teams in. Pitt and Virginia could be both out as well. I think Virginia's had a lousy enough season to not make the tournament.
Yeah.
I would personally put Pitt out too. I think Pitt's got a greater chance than Virginia at making it in, but we'll see. The committee might put both in. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then you got your 2 really good conferences. The SEC and the Big 12. And those will be interesting. Those will be interesting because there are some very mediocre teams from the Big 12 and the SEC both sitting on the bubble.
Yeah.
And they might get the benefit of the doubt, AJ, I think, just based on the strength of their conference.
That's fair.
I don't know what you're thinking about teams like Texas A&M, Mississippi State, TCU, Oklahoma, those kind of teams.
Here's where I'm at, honestly. At some point, you know what I mean? We can talk skill level and everything and all of that and how they play and how they perform, the chemistry of the teams. We can talk about all of that, know the X's and O's and stuff. I personally, I think teams like, an A&M or especially an A&M, let's be real. They have a better shot at making the tournament just because of their name. And, SEC bias is
5 quad 3 and quad 4 losses for A&M this season, though.
Yeah, but Noah, that's some good losses on the record, and that just
those are not good losses, AJ. And I hate the term "good loss," but those are bad losses.
I know, but that's the type of shit that they're going to be throwing around in that meeting when they're finishing up their selections. Now, granted, this is something that should have been done last night. If you're really waiting on these 2 games to finish up, then we got a bigger problem. But I'm thinking, that was one of the conversations, but, A&M's got a huge fan base. They're going to bring in a lot of money. And so, yeah, we can try to squeeze them into the tournament however they can. And my feelings on the SEC as a conference in general, Noah. I understand that you've been out here saying they're one of the best out here. I think they're one of the most mediocre. Second best, fair. I think they're one of the most mediocre conferences out there. I think all of them are the exact same fucking team, except for Kentucky and South Carolina. I'll give them the...
So you'll be fading them in March, is what you're saying.
SEC?
Yeah.
If I like the spot. Let's remember, I'm still a damn good sports gambler. No, I'm not just going to blindly fade the SEC by any means necessary, but I'm definitely going to be looking at those numbers a little bit closer. If I see like an Alabama, especially like an Alabama or LSU going to make it in, you think?
No.
But Alabama, if again, depending on the matchup, but there
Yeah.
is very few teams that I would take Alabama minus 10 points in March Madness. There are very few teams that I would take Alabama with like a 10 or over as a favorite. I just don't trust this team enough, or any team in the SEC for that matter, to take them as a 10-point plus favorite. And I think that's where we're going to be seeing those lines open up at.
Yeah, I beg to differ. I mean, I
Hard
love
on for the SEC. I get it, Noah, and I mean it's fine.
I don't. I don't, and that's the thing. I love the matchup that we got in the SEC championship here, because two teams that I've been talking very highly on for a good portion of the season, at least the second half of the season, Florida and Auburn. And if you watch this show, AJ, obviously, you know, if you tune into this show regularly, you know I've been talking for a month or two now about how I really like Florida and I really like Auburn. They meet in the SEC championship, and you know, Tennessee worries me. I think Tennessee and Kentucky have the highest ceilings out of any SEC teams. But
Kentucky, we've seen Tennessee's high,
but their floors are low enough that it worries me. Auburn has played really good basketball. Florida's played really good basketball. They got blown out by Auburn today. But Florida's played really good basketball the second half of the season down the stretch. I've been saying, watch out for Florida to potentially make a surprising run in the tournament as a 6 or a 7 seed. I think that's right where they're going to end up. And they're going to be a scary, like, 6 or 7 seed. Watch out for Florida. Auburn should get a 3 seed after winning the SEC here. There is going to be some degree of upset watch for Auburn, but I do think they're a very sound team. And I trust Bruce Pearl and his coaching experience and expertise to have this team tournament ready. And that's something that's very important to look at.
Yeah.
Like you look at Tennessee. Rick Barnes has been around for fucking ever. He struggles to make the Sweet 16, and especially struggles to make it farther than the Sweet 16. So Tennessee might win a game or two, but like even as a 2 seed, like I don't see Tennessee making it very far in the tournament.
God, no. No, but
Because-
again, I don't see any
because
SEC
Rick
team
Barnes
making
has
it to the
not
Sweet
done that.
16.
Oh, I think Auburn's going to be.
I know you're.
dangerous.
Listen,
I think Florida's going to be dangerous. I think Kentucky's going to be dangerous. Outside of those 3, I mean, South Carolina might fuck around and make a run. I don't trust Alabama to do anything this year. I don't really trust Tennessee to make it deep. I think they'll make it through a game or two because they are, you know, good enough to do that. But I mean, those are the 3 teams I'm really looking at here in the SEC at potentially making a run is Florida, Auburn, and Kentucky.
I like Kentucky.
And we've talked about Kentucky, how they could easily lose in the first round. They could easily make a deep run. It's a bunch of fucking freshmen, so you really don't know what you're going to get.
No, you have no fucking idea what you're getting there.
But Coach Cal's done it before with worse teams. You know, they're going to get a 3. They're going to probably get a 3 seed. They might get bumped down to a 4. But either way, I mean, if they do get bumped down to a 4, that's not a 4 seed you want to play if you're a 1 seed in the Sweet 16.
Oh, God, no. Fuck no. But sorry to take a quick break from bracket talk. Wisconsin 65, Illinois. Hold on.
67. That's the number you're looking for.
Sorry, yeah, they put up a 3. 65-70 now. They put up a 1-3 when I was mid sentence, and it looked really good, and then it bounced around, and then so you know how that works. But anyway, sorry, Noah, you were saying.
Oh, yeah. So that's the SEC for me. I'll just dive into the Big 12
Might as
here
well.
just to complete the rest of the conferences. Houston's a lock for a 1 seed. I think UConn, being the fact that they are the only 1 seed, unless Iowa State gets in, that won their conference tournament. UConn, I expect to get the number 1 overall. Reigning national champions, number 1 overall. Wasn't a smooth sailing journey to there, but
No.
they've done it. They're a damn good fucking team. Dan Hurley and that squad is dangerous. They are the one. Maybe not the one. Like I do think Houston's going to make a deep run, but UConn's the one that I have the most faith in to make a Final Four as a
Yeah.
1 seed.
And Noah, it's one of those things, and obviously we got to start thinking about the Final Four and everything like that. But when I think about March and I think about these teams, like UConn has been the only team all
Blue
season
blood.
long. What?
And they're also a blue blood, and blue bloods
Yeah.
seem to typically do pretty well in March.
Exactly. And
with
so
those coaches who have been there before and coached those teams.
and what's better than being there than just being there not 12 months ago? You know what I mean? Like that is, and everyone says it's so hard to repeat, which it absolutely is. You have to have the right environment, the right team, the right coaching staff in order to get there. But absolutely no hangover from a national championship last year. This UConn team still looks locked, loaded, and ready to go. I'm beyond stoked to see what they can end up doing.
Yeah, and they somehow were ranked, like 7th or 8th in the country coming into this season.
But you and I even looked at each other when that first one came out and we were live, and we're like, what the hell is this? What are we doing here? How are they number 7?
Yeah, I'm just glad I was able to, earlier on in the season, take a future on UConn at plus 260 to make the Final Four.
Very nice.
And I don't know what that's at now, but that was, good enough for me to jump on that at the time. But I was, we're talking Big 12 here. Houston's going to get a 1 seed. That's for certain. The thing to pay attention to is, does Iowa State steal? Yeah, I don't know why you're writing that on the board.
Don't worry.
Does Iowa State steal the final 1 seed from North Carolina? North Carolina losing to NC State, and Iowa State blowing the brakes off of Houston, who was close to a unanimous number 1 the last 2 weeks. And Iowa State beat them by a shit ton. And Iowa State's beat Houston 2 out of 3 times now this season. Iowa State's looking really, really good. If we jump back in time 2 months ago when Iowa State was not ranked and I said, hey, this is a really good team, watch out for them. And then now here they are. Do you think Iowa State steals that final 1 seed, or do you think North Carolina gets it?
No, it's one of those things from a basketball standpoint over the season. I would give it to Iowa State. I've been more impressed with Iowa State and the consistent level they've been able to play at, especially towards the back half of the season here. I've been really liking what I'm seeing, but I think it's going to UNC. I really do, just because, again, Noah, as we've talked about, they're
name brand.
They're a blue blood, name brand. Exactly. Who's what's a more sexy number 1 seed with that lineup? You know what I mean? UConn and then Iowa State. No. UConn as a number 1, and then you got Purdue as a number 1, and then you got North Carolina as a number 1, and then you got whoever else is in there as a number 1. Houston. Thank you, Noah. Thank you. But that's a hell of a much more sexy number 1 lineup than UConn, Purdue, Iowa State, and Houston. You know what I mean? Like, at least that's, I think, the way they're going to try to, at the end of the day, it's a business. And so they're going to market it the best way they can. And so I do think, unfortunately, UNC steals that spot. But as an Iowa State fan and Iowa State better, I kind of like that for Iowa State.
They'll be, if they do end up on the 2 line, they'll be probably the most dangerous 2, I would say.
I would agree completely.
I mean, shit. We'll see. Obviously, Big Ten got a lot of dogs. Houston's going to be a 1 seed. Iowa State could be a 1 seed, could be a 2 seed. Baylor's probably going to draw a 3. Kansas is going to be on probably the 4 line. Maybe they drop themselves to the 5 by that 20-point loss to Cincinnati. I don't know. They did have their 2 best players out, but...
And let's hold up for a second, Noah, because I do want to talk about KU because, and yes, as you mentioned, 2 of their best players out. That sucks. That always sucks. But you got to, at least in my opinion, and I understand college basketball much different than anything else that we cover, but you got to be able to step up. You got to have those guys that can step up there and get in there and make the plays, come off the bench if needed, and get some support. I haven't seen any of that from KU this season. I have seen a very, I hate to say it, mediocre Kansas team from what we're used to.
First 10-loss season ever for Bill Self.
Whew. That's rough. That's rough, dude. And again, we're 10 losses versus, any other teams that lose 16, whatever. But this is Kansas we're talking about here.
Yeah, and it's the conference. They added more strength, and I know BYU, UCF, Cincy, and Houston. Like, obviously, Houston, probably the best team in this conference. So that's one of the newcomers. BYU's been really good, and UCF and Cincinnati have shown that they can come in and they can come in and play with the big dogs. They can upset teams. Both of those probably not making the tournament. But, BYU is probably going to be in as like a 7 seed. Houston's going to get a 1 seed, obviously. And then next year, you got Texas and Oklahoma leaving, who are both in like the bottom third of this conference.
Yeah.
Although Texas is somehow going to, that's another team where I'm like, I don't know how the fuck Texas is projected like a 7 or an 8 seed here.
Hey, they're back, baby.
Like, get out of here. Texas has been shit all season. Oklahoma's a bubble team who may get in, may not get in. They should be out, in my mind.
If Oklahoma gets in, I think that's just a crime against humanity, and we should prosecute whoever puts them in. I am done watching Oklahoma basketball. I thought we were done with that.
But then next year, Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah coming into the conference. Arizona's obviously going to be a huge impact team. Colorado,
we'll see.
We'll see. Bubble team right now. Utah was a bubble team until they lost too early in the Pac-12 tournament. But Colorado and Utah should be decent. Arizona's going to be really good. Arizona State's going to be shit. That's okay. Whatever. Somebody's got to be the bottom feeder. Them and West Virginia will be. Them and West Virginia will be fighting for that. But the Big 12 has been, for the last 5 years, the best conference in college basketball, and they're only getting better. They got better this year. They're going to get better next year, and it's going to be a fucking gauntlet.
The Big 12
is.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, they're going to be sending 5-loss 1 seeds to the March Madness tournament. They're going to have 7 or 8-loss 2 or 3 seeds. Like, that's going to be the reality of the Big 12 going forward, because this is going to be, it is and will continue to be and get even stronger as the premier basketball conference.
Yeah, I'm so excited for next season. I know we have March Madness right down the road from us, Noah, but I am so excited to see Arizona in the Big 12 next year.
Oh, you talk about the Big 12 next year, you're going to have Houston, Kansas, Baylor, Iowa State, Arizona, and those are just your teams that you expect to be top 15 teams in the country. And then you add into the mix another 4 or 5 teams who could have really good one-off years. And holy shit, this conference is going to be tough. It's going to be really, really good. And, the Big 12 has won, 2 or 3 out of the last 5 national championships, all different teams. And don't be surprised to see that continue. Like, this is iron sharpens iron, and the Big 12 is going to, they're already the premier conference in college basketball. They will be even better.
Oh yeah. I'm so excited. I am so excited for that. And honestly, it's to the point where I'm like, all right, let's get rid of the non-conference games. I just want to see that. I just want to see these teams battle every single week, every single night for the next 4 months. Like, that's kind of where I'm at with how excited I am for that. But
and you theoretically could, right? You're going up to 16 teams in the Big 12.
A lot of teams.
You could play every other team twice. That's 30 games right there. That's pretty much your full season. And then you schedule like 2 or 3 non-conference games. And that's all you need to do. You play in one non-conference tournament around Thanksgiving time, and then you just make the entire season Big 12 basketball. And it's not going to happen, but I would love to see that. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of, the Big 12 and everything, this is a crazy graphic. Let me pull it up. Hold on. From Action Network, reminder to everybody that no team west of Texas has won a men's college basketball national title since 97.
Arizona in 97, by the way. Just got to throw that
out there. Shout out to Loot. That's crazy. That blows my mind. Just a little bit. But anyway, just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, and that'll probably hold true this year.
Yeah,
I would assume.
I'm right there with you, bub.
You also got a much higher concentration on the east half of the United States of teams. Like, probably 2/3, if not 3/4 of the teams in D1 are, east of that line.
Oh, definitely volume shooting there.
But yeah, Wisconsin, Illinois, 2-point game. Wisconsin down 2 right now with 7 minutes and 21 seconds left. AJ, do we want to draft up what we think before Selection Sunday comes? What we think, how we feel the seeds should be?
Well, I got a big ass whiteboard here.
I saw that and I was thinking, that might be a great opportunity.
Noah, let's do it. Let me just pull up the correct things I need so that I can have an intelligent conversation with you regarding this.
All right. I'm going to take a quick leak while you do that.
Dude,
be right
you
back.
do that. We'll go solo right here. See you in a minute, buddy. So yeah, Noah and I will let you know where we think all of those are going to go. We're going to get that set up here. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I mean, that's why I brought out the big ass whiteboard. This is what we're doing now. We're trying new things. I hope this works the way I think it's going to work. Oh yeah, maybe. Headphones might be an issue, but we're going to work it out. Oh, I also need the camera to follow me. Hello, camera. Can you follow me? It follows me whenever I don't want it to, and now it's not following me. What the hell? Or should I switch to this camera? Yeah, I think this camera will be better. Then I got to switch it down here. Oh, isn't this fun? Nope. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're cooking now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that window is going to be some bad glare. 1 second. Oh, we're cooking now. Oh, we're cooking now. Caught the BMW. Oh, beautiful. Here we go. Okay, this might actually work out. If this works out, I'm going to be stoked. Because this is the first time we're doing something like this. I really still don't know what the hell we're doing, but we're making it work, All right, hopefully that works out. Whoa. Tripping over shit. All right, let's get this cleaned up here, huh? Oh, can I move? Should move this forward a little bit. Oh, there we go. All righty. Noah, you back, bud? Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me even I'm standing up like this?
I can.
We love that. We love that, Noah. All right. We're here at the whiteboard, Noah. We're here at the big-ass whiteboard.
AJ, I got to say you make a very good Vanna White.
Big-ass whiteboard.
Exception. We might need a little more view of the whiteboard, though.
I'm trying. I was trying because, this camera thing, it
likes to follow you.
No, so that's the thing. This camera, it's got this, the AI technology is really big now. And so back in COVID, this camera was marketed for teachers and stuff so they could do this, but then you zoom all the way out and it looks like shit. And it's a 4K camera. I shouldn't look like shit. But
no, you shouldn't.
No. But I'm holding the wrong marker. No, let me get the good marker. Hold on.
Sounds good. I'm assuming we're starting with our 1 seeds working down from 2s, or are we going 1, 16, 2, 15? How are we doing that?
No, we're coming up with this on the fly. So whatever you think would be easiest.
I think we just go 1, 2, and then down,
All right.
Gonna be less brain jumble and jumping back and forth.
You can't see that shit. All right, Noah. Give me your 1 seeds. Let's see them. Let's hear them.
All right. I think UConn number 1 overall.
All right.
And then give me Houston.
Okay.
Are we doing this based on what my projection or what I think is valid?
Who do you think when we hear the big heads at ESPN talk Selection Sunday number one seeds?
Okay, so this is a prediction, not my personal what I think, because I don't think Purdue deserves a 1 seed whatsoever.
I don't think they do either. They're definitely getting one though.
Give me Purdue for that third 1 seed.
I like it.
And then I'm gonna say a little steal here based on yesterday's events, the blowout of Houston, the loss by North Carolina to NC State. Give me Iowa State stealing the fourth 1 seed here.
Ooh, okay. I hope that makes sense to people, but that's the best I can do right now. So that's what Noah's got here on the number 1 line. Got UConn, Houston, Purdue, Iowa State. I'm going to try something. Hold on. All right, you can still see. Sweet. All right, I'm going to come over here. Maybe.
All right, so perfect. Hey, that looks wonderful, AJ. So you got yours now.
Yeah. And because I'm on an easel, and this easel is not very sturdy, to be completely honest, if I agree with you on one, I'm just going to put a star. I'm not going to write it all out again, because then we'll be here forever. So, yeah, UConn on that number 1 spot. We like that a lot. Houston as well. No, I think the number 1's going to be a little chalky this year. Same thing with the Purdue pick. Again, they don't deserve it. What are they without Zach Edey? What are we without Zach Edey? They're absolutely nothing.
Well,
even with Zach Edey, if they have decent officiating, they're going to be absolutely nothing.
More so, what are they without the Big Ten referees?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
gonna be
saying,
the big
bro.
thing. When Zach Edey starts getting called for all of his elbow and forearm push-offs in the post, they're going to be in trouble because Edey's going to be in foul trouble, and that's.
Wait,
that causes
you're
all sorts
he's
of
not
problems.
allowed to do that. I thought he was allowed to do that with the way he plays.
Well, apparently, Purdue gets every fucking call. So,
and then this last pick here, I'm not gonna lie, I've been struggling with this one, Noah. I like your Iowa State thought there, but as I've mentioned, I don't know if that's a sexy enough name. I don't think it's a sexy enough name, and I think we're gonna go with sexy here. I think that's what the committee's gonna do, or whoever the hell's making this decision. Give me UNC there instead of I agree with you. I think Iowa State is a much better team. We're going sexy though. We're going sexy. So
you're on Unk.
I'm on the Unk.
All right. Well, 2 seeds. I got UNC grabbing that first 2 seed here. Obviously, bouncing them from the one line. I got to pick them as a 2.
All right.
After UNC, I'm going Arizona.
Okay.
As the number 2 seed. I think Arizona's pretty much a lock for a 2. And then no surprise here. Let's go Marquette and Tennessee as the remaining 2 seeds. I think even though Tennessee did get upset by Mississippi State, I think.
I'm sorry. Who's the last one? Kentucky?
Tennessee. They were in the running for a 1 seed. You lose in the quarterfinal to Mississippi State, and they got blown out in that quarterfinal. I think that drops them from number 1 contention down to number 3 or 4 on the 2 seed line, but I think they still get a 2 seed.
Yeah. Man, I hate this Tennessee team though. Like, this. I hate this Tennessee team. I cannot stand how they've been playing. I can't stand how they play in general. And I don't see any of the quote unquote effort or urgency on their side. Oh, this is going to be hard. Okay. All right. UNC. So I'm going with Iowa State here. I'm not going to, punish them too much for not being sexy, but I am going to put them on the 2 line there. Love U of A at the 2 line. And thank God Princeton lost. We don't need to worry about them. So that I can sleep a little bit better now. You know what I mean?
Well, Yale's creeping in the bushes, but I think,
don't get me wrong, but at least it's not Princeton.
I think Yale's going to get a 14. I think it was criminal for the committee to put an Ivy League winner as a 15 seed last year, and Princeton went on to make the Sweet 16, and we just were the first casualty there.
It happens.
I don't think the Ivy League's getting a 15 seed this year. I think Yale, even though they struggled against Brown today, I think they still, like, if Brown had won, I think that's a 15 or even a 16.
Yeah.
But I think Yale's going to get a 14, if not a 13. So they'll be fine.
I can live with that. So yeah, U of A there. Marquette, I'm with you. I still like this Marquette team, even though it wasn't maybe their best tournament, the best conference tournament. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Everyone's allowed to bat.
They made the championship.
Yeah,
they
that's
just
what
lost.
I'm saying.
They just can't get past UConn this year. They can't get past UConn.
And I mean, 3 teams have gotten past UConn, so that's just not something I'm concerned about.
Right. Our number 1 overall seed UConn. Like, whatever. Not bad.
Not worried about that guy. Just not yes, that happened. You're gonna lose to that team. I do not like Tennessee on the 2 line. I do not like Tennessee on the 2 line. My issue is I don't know who else I would put on the 2 line. You know what I mean?
So what's it going to be? Who's rounding out the 2s for you, AJ? Is it Tennessee, even though you don't like them there, or do you have another team? Because I don't know that any teams that are down on the 3 line are strong enough to contest Tennessee for that 2 spot.
I do.
Okay,
Sick 'em, Bears. Sick 'em.
Like
Give
Baylor.
me Baylor on the 2 line, Noah.
All right.
I'm just going to write Bay because I'm obviously running out of room. If you can't tell, I'm not good at writing in general. And so then me having to write bigger on a whiteboard, this is honestly working about as good as I expected, Noah, if we're going to be honest. So go ahead with that 3 line there.
Baylor and Kentucky and Auburn are 3 that I'm for sure about. Like, give me Baylor, Kentucky, Auburn on that 3 line.
Actually, I'm sorry. Can I take a moment? Can I change this? Can I change Baylor?
I suppose. I mean, we didn't establish any hard ground rules, so
I'm changing Baylor because you just reminded me a much more deserving team, a team I think that is more aggressive in general, and we're still sticking in the SEC for we're still sticking in there. Give me Auburn on the 2 line instead of Tennessee. If we're talking about a team I like better,
you think they jump up to a 2 after winning the SEC championship game?
I don't think you put Tennessee on the 2 line after losing the SEC championship game.
Losing in the quarterfinal.
And so you give it. So fine, if you want to give it an SEC team, because again, Noah, we're making it sexy. You give me Auburn. You give me a team with a lot more juice than Tennessee going in there at the 2 line. Sorry.
I think there's a chance. But yeah, I got Baylor, Auburn, and Kentucky as my lock-in 3s. And then, oh man, that 4th 3 is hard. Like, if Illinois ends up winning this game against Wisconsin, I think there's a chance the committee decides that. I don't think Illinois is deserving of a 3 whatsoever.
I don't either. But who else?
So, oh man, it gets tough. Duke not deserving. Illinois, I don't think deserving of that. Kansas not deserving. So, man, 3 line. I don't know. This one's tough. But I think this is tough, but I think I'm going to put Creighton there. I think I'm going to put Creighton as the final 3 seed. My problem is I don't like any team that I had available to choose as the 4th 3 seed here. I think whoever gets that last 3 seed is going to be a weak 3 seed.
I'm there. I'm with you. I think it's going to be a weak 3s all around, But go into my 3. I mean, I'll put Tennessee in here. I'll give them credit where credit's due for how they played during the season, but I'm just not going to give them that 2 line after a quarterfinal exit. That's absolutely that's bonkers. It's like losing to, who the hell did they lose to? Or was it Auburn that lost? They lost to Mississippi
State.
Yeah, it's just like that. This is the same shit. So yeah, no, Tennessee needs to be punished for that. Give me Tennessee on the 3 line. Loving Kentucky there as well, Noah. Loving Baylor there. Oh, we're doing stars. That's right, my bad. And fuck, yeah, that 4th is hard.
Yeah, that that rounding out the 3 seeds is going to be tough, right? Because you got 11 teams for the 1s, the 2s, and 3 of the 3s that I think should all be a lock for a 1, 2, or 3 seed, and then that 4th 3 is that's where it gets tough because they're
We're
like
keeping it sexy.
you're gonna have to bump a number of teams down to the 4 line that are maybe deserving of a 3. You putting KU there?
Keep it sexy, Noah. We got to keep it sexy here. That's what we're doing. I don't agree. I don't agree with myself. I don't think they should be, but I think we're keeping it sexy, Noah.
All right.
All right, that 4 slot. Let me hear it.
Oh boy, 4 line. Kansas for sure.
Yeah.
I think Illinois on the 4.
The Fighting Illini's.
Illini, but yeah, close enough. I think Duke draws a 4.
I'm with you there.
Going off of your philosophy by name,
Keep
Duke gets a 4.
sexy.
And then, oh man, last four. This is tough. Obviously, we don't know if Wisconsin or Illinois are going to win. They're tied at 85 with a minute 45 left. I think if Wisconsin wins, they're up there. If not, they're not. Give me South Carolina.
I like that. I like that a lot, Noah. I do. All right, my 4. I'll put Creighton there at the 4. I think they're a deserving 4. That's an ugly ass R. I like Illinois there. Even though I don't like them, I like Illinois in that spot. Like Duke in that spot as well, keeping it sexy there at 4. And I'm with you, Noah. I think South Carolina rounds it up. I mean, who else do you put there? And what other team deserves to be there, I guess, is the better question.
Yes, sir.
All right. Noah, give me that 5. What are we looking at?
Five line's tough. 5 line is
5 line's rough.
I think Alabama draws a 5.
Bama.
Yep. I think Scotty draws a 5.
Scotty.
And then, oh man, shit. This is where it gets tough.
You don't want to give it to the Mormons?
I don't think BYU's good enough. Like, I don't like them on my 5 line. I think they might get a 5, but I really hate it. I think they're going to be a 5 that's very susceptible to a 12 upset. If they do end up there, they probably will end up there. Yeah, let's just ride Big 12. Give me BYU and Texas Tech right there on the 5 line.
All right. Noah, we have our first consensus of the day as I don't see anything wrong with that 5. There is not a team on the 6 line that I would feel comfortable putting into a 5 line and have them be competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you there. 6, Noah, how are we feeling?
Well, let's start off by ripping off 2 West Coast Conference teams who have battled it out. Both had rocky starts to the season. Both played really well. Give me Gonzaga and St. Mary's, both on the 6 line.
All right. Zaga, St. Mary's. Who else you got?
Oh man. Okay, this is where it gets tough. Give me Florida. I've loved what they've done as of late. And then I don't like it, but give me San Diego State.
You sure?
Yep. I don't like them there, but I don't like any team below them better, I guess, if that makes sense.
No, I'm right there. Like, I get it. Sixth line for me, yeah. We're starting with Gonzaga and we're starting with St. Mary's. Absolutely love what these two teams have done all season long. It's still criminal that St. Mary's is not getting the respect and the justice that they deserve. They are a much better basketball team than these quote unquote experts are saying. But fine, no, I'm with you there on the 6. Florida, fuck. My issue with Florida is I don't care where I put them. I feel like they're going to take an L. And so it almost doesn't matter where we put them.
They're hot. They're hot, though.
I know, the hot hand. You got to play the hot hand, Noah. Fine. We're going to go with Florida as well there. SDSU, though, there's got to be a better.
Yeah, SDSU is a hard place at the 6 line for me because I feel like they're a 7, if not an 8 or a 9 seed, but
all right.
It's so hard to judge with that Mountain West Conference who might put in 6 teams. The Mountain West might put in 6 fucking teams.
I'm with you. I think it's on the back half. I got a better team. Give me Washington State on the 6th line.
You're riding Wazoo as a 6.
Make it sexy, Noah. Make it sexy. SDSU is not sexy.
All right.
All right, no, that's 7 line. How are we feeling?
I like Washington State on the 7 line.
Okay.
Gotta say, I like them there. I think Clemson ends up on the 7 line, which will be a big, like, I'm picking them to get a 7 and get upset type of pick. Oh man, who am I missing out on here? Round it out with Nevada and Utah State for me. Let's go Mountain West. We're going heavy Mountain West here. Nevada and Utah State.
I like it. My only addition is I'm moving SDSU down.
So we're going 3 Mountain West teams as 7 seeds. I don't hate that. I don't
hate that either. I really don't.
They're going to cause some waves there.
I actually like that a lot. All right, number 8. That 8 line halfway through. How are we feeling?
8-9's tough because this is where we have the very mediocre power conference teams that usually end up here. Give me Northwestern on the 8. New Mexico and Boise State, 2 more Mountain West teams. And then Texas A&M.
I like A&M on the 8 line. Yeah, I'm just going to big ol' star there, Noah. I'm good with all of those. I like it a lot.
All right. Wonderful.
Noah.
We want to wipe the board and then go 9 through 16, or
so, yeah, we're gonna take a quick break here because I'm also out of beer, and so I want another beer. And it's
we got 35 seconds left in the Big Ten championship.
All right,
Wisconsin down 4 right now.
Let's finish the game out, and then we'll take a quick break so we can get the board erased and everything, and then we'll do 16.
Which will probably lead us right up to when we're live with
Sunday. We love
with
it.
where we're going. Yeah.
No, it's like we planned this. It's like we planned this. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah. Wisconsin needing a prayer here, though.
Yeah, it's looking like Illinois here, who may end up drawing a 3 seed, which interesting thing to watch because, like I said, the 16s, the 15s, and even the 14s maybe looking a little weak. Illinois might draw a 3 seed with a win here. And if they get matched up against Vermont, and this is all hypothetical, but I'm saying if Illinois gets matched up against Vermont, watch out for an upset there.
Oh, absolutely. And that is the final. Illinois walks away with it. They are your Big Ten champions. Noah, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll break down everything getting ready for that selection Sunday.
Yeah, we'll hit our 9 through 16 seeds, and then we'll be live with reactions to the selection show.
Sunday, and maybe even put together a little bracket, because I do have an announcement when we get back. I do have a little announcement, so
should be 30 minutes from now. I think
we'll be good.
I know the selection show was scheduled for 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. But as far as I know, and I'm informed, it's 30 minutes after the final of this game, which means it'll be 3:10 Pacific, 6:10 Eastern, and we'll be right back with that.
We'll be right back with 9 through 16, how we think the seed should fall, and a little announcement coming from my end. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Hit that like button. We'll be right back. No, are you there?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Hello, D-Gens. We are back. Selection Sunday coming in hot. We just ran through our top 8 seedings, and we're about to run through 9 through 16. Getting ready for Selection Sunday to go live, Noah. Before we do that, I do have a little bit of an announcement that I'm super stoked for, really excited for. For the first time in our show's history, we will be hosting a March Madness bracket challenge. Yes. So I will be dropping the link in the in the chat. So please click on that, take a look. I'll also be dropping it on our Twitter. And if you're number one, what do you get? Well, again, remember, we're a small show. You're going to get this exclusive D-Gen shirt. Limited run of these shirts we tried. And hey, it's a shirt. It's a shirt. So yeah, you get that. And then along with that, you also will get Degenerate Takes sticker, 1 or 2 of them, 3 of them, 5 of them, 7 of them, depending
8,
how many
12,
I can fit in
10, 9, a million, however many stickers you want.
That is what you get. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat real quick, actually. And so
You get the equivalent of stickers to
however many correct.
How much the odds are of your winner. If you pick a winner that's plus 800 odds at the beginning of the tournament, 8 stickers. You pick a winner who's 1200 odds and they win,
I like
12
that.
stickers.
I like
you pick
it.
a winner who's like plus 300 or plus 200. Like if you pick a Yukon, they're probably like plus 200, 300.
I
You
like
get 2
it.
or 3 stickers. You pick a more of a long shot and they win. Boom, more stickers. There you go.
Well, just dropped it in the chat, so please go ahead, click on that, join our group for a chance to win our grand prize. You'll be competing with Noah, myself, and then we'll even put the bracket together. Like you and me, like we can do a separate one, Noah, but we need to do
a little joint bracket.
Yeah, joint bracket. So they're really competing against the both of us, and our brains picking this bracket. So I'm excited for that, Noah. That's going to be hype. But let's go ahead and continue. As we were getting hot, we were getting good. Let's go, Noah. Number 9 line.
This is tough. Like 9,
this one
10,
sucks.
9, 10, and 11 get really cloudy, really confusing because this is where a lot of the bubble teams are living is 9 through 11. Oh boy. Give me. Did I pick Northwestern yet?
Yes, you picked them on the 8 line.
That's what I thought. Okay. Give me Nebraska.
All right.
The 5th and final Big Ten team that I have in here. Actually, that's not true because I will be picking Michigan State because this is our prediction, not what we think is right.
Yes.
Give me Mississippi State and Colorado.
All right.
And then I don't feel like it's right, but give me Dayton.
Yeah.
I think their late season crumble makes me very, very nervous, and I don't trust them for shit right now. But give me Dayton because of what they did in the first half of the season to punch their ticket there at the 9.
I'm with you, Noah. Do they deserve it? Probably not, but they're going to get in there based off of what they've done before, not what they've done recently, which blows my mind that this is one of the only sports where it's not really a what have you done for me recently? It's what did you do all season long? But
complete opposite from college football where it's, your starting quarterback breaks his leg and then all of a sudden you don't make the playoff, even though you went 13-0.
But that doesn't matter because your starting quarterback's out. So obviously the rest of your team absolutely sucks now, even though your backup was putting up very good numbers when he was under center. Anyway, Noah, I'm not going to be pissed off about that right now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only thing I thought I was going to have different from you is Dayton because I was going to throw Dayton on this line, but you got him in there for me. So I'm giving you, that's a 4-star line for me, Noah.
All right.
All right, number 10, Noah, that 10 line that no one can absolutely see. Let me go ahead and make that better. 10 line, how we feeling?
Oh, boy. Okay, so I'm in a tough position with the two Pac-12 teams that are in. I kind of want to put them both on the 10, so I'm gonna put them both on the 10.
Okay.
Colorado and Oregon both getting the 10
Colorado on the
seed.
9.
Did I? Yes, I did. Did I? Yeah, I did. What am I missing? Oh, Texas and Oregon. Give me them on the 10.
Horns down.
This is where it gets confusing. Like I said, a lot. Like you
Sorry,
got like
Texas and
you got
Oregon?
like 20 to 30 teams to choose from these.
I'm sorry,
like,
did you say
couple
Oregon?
seasons. Yes.
Okay.
Well, they won the Pac-12. They got to be in there somewhere.
They got to.
Colorado State.
Okay, there we go.
That's what I want on the 10. And then give me NC State on the 10 line after winning, at-large bid. I don't know if there's a rule against the at-large having to play one of those play-in games or not, but if there is, that would make sense. If not, who knows, whatever. Give me NC State on the 10 line.
I'm with you. And again, that's a little bit sexy, Noah. That 10 line, that's the sexy 10 line right there. Yeah, it does get really kind of shitty here, doesn't it?
And then the 11 line will be even more confusing because we got to pick 6 teams on the 11 line.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Again, Noah, what have I been saying? What am I saying we're doing this tournament? We're keeping it sexy with our picks, okay? So, I mean, I'll give you Texas. I'll give you Texas. I'll give you Oregon. I'll give you NC State. And you're not going to like it. And I don't like it either, Noah. Okay, I just want you to know before I do this, I don't like it either. Don't hate me for it. Putting FAU on the 10 line.
Oof.
I know.
All right.
Again, we're keeping it sexy, Noah. We're keeping it sexy. I need FAU on that 10 line instead of Colorado State. I like Texas, Oregon, and NC State there too. All right, Noah. Chopsticks. We're talking 11. What do we got?
Here's where we get the most mid-power conference teams here. I'm going to start with the non-power conference teams that I like here. James Madison, FAU, and Indiana State. I'm putting them in. I'm putting Indiana State in. Give me USF as well.
Okay.
Give me them on there on the
You're
11
going
line.
balls to the wall. I appreciate it.
And then Michigan State, as much as I hate it, we're going to put them in there, and TCU to round out that 11 line.
Hey, TCU, they're kind of dogs, dude. I kind of like what I've been seeing out of TCU. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, honestly, give me Colorado State instead of FAU. And I like those 11 seeds a lot. That's where I'm rolling with. So you get 5 stars on that one, Noah. Congratulations.
5 out of 6. All right, we'll take it.
All right, that 12 spot, Noah.
Yeah, now it gets interesting. Give me my darlings Samford and McNeese.
Ooh, okay.
Toss in a little GCU, Grand Canyon University, right here in our backyard.
Yes.
And then, oh man, final 12 seed. This one's a little tough. Going back and forth, waffling a little bit. Kind of like Vermont a lot here.
Okay.
Kind of like Charleston. Man. But if Yale had won more convincingly, I'd have Yale on the 12 line. I don't like it there. Give me Vermont. Give me Vermont as that 12 seed there.
Well, no, you know how much I love Samford. You know how much I love McNeese. So, I mean, those are obviously locks for me. GCU, I mean, playing a hell of a tournament, honestly. This is the GCU that I remember. Last year, honestly, was a fluke. That was a fluke GCU year. That was just a bad year all around. And so they're looking a lot better this year. I'm loving GCU there as well. The Charleston is just what's killing me with Vermont. Right. I really like Charleston going into March, dude. And but I don't know if I don't like him enough for a 12. I don't like him enough for a 12. No, I I'm giving you 4 stars on this one.
Hell yeah.
That is a great 12. 13 line, Noah, how are we feeling? What are we looking at?
Charleston,
Yep.
you mentioned them. Put them on there. Put Yale on there at the 13.
Okay.
It gets tough. A10, 7th or 8th best conference in college basketball, but you got the 6th seed Duquesne winning that. And
I don't like Duquesne though.
I kind of want to put Duquesne on the 14 line. So I think I'm gonna, stay off of that here, and we're looking at UAB.
Okay.
From the American. I think 13's as low as they go.
Yeah.
So got to throw them on there. And then, oh man, I got Charleston on there already. Give me Colgate.
UAB scares me. I'm not gonna lie. They scare me. They just scare me as a team in general. I just have a problem putting them. But where else would they go? Right? That's kind of the problem we're starting to run into. Is where else would these teams go?
Right.
Charleston, Yale, UAB, and Colgate. That's a good 13, Noah.
I thought about Akron too. That's another one that could sneak their way up there.
That's one spinning in my head right now. But I think Colgate's sexier, Noah. I'll give you Colgate. I think Colgate's sexier.
All right.
We'll give you another 4 on that. All right. Noah, number 14. Written by a toddler. What do you got?
Moorhead.
What?
Everybody could use some Moorhead.
I agree.
So we'll throw them on there.
Do they have that shirt? Like, I feel like that's a shirt that needs to be sold in the bookstore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Duquesne has to be on the 14 line. They're not slipping to a 15, given the conference that they're in. Man. Okay. Gets a little tough here.
It's choppy.
I'm tempted. Well, Akron has to be on the. Yeah. Akron will probably be on the 13 line, not the 14. So they're not going to fall to a 15. So I have to put them there.
They would take Colgate out instead.
Yeah, hard to say. Hard to say there. Oh man, and then for the last 14. Here, give me Western Kentucky.
Let's go, Hilltoppers. Honestly, I just want to put they're at 15. Like, they're pretty much locked into 15. I think Longwood. We'll get to that in a minute, but I really kind of want Longwood to be in the 14. So the 14 seeds could be Moorhead, Longwood, and the Hilltoppers. That would butter the biscuit for me. Anyway.
All right. Yeah, staying on par there with buttering the biscuit.
Thanks, Noah. Yeah, Moorhead, Duquesne. I agree with you. I don't think Duquesne goes any lower. I think Akron and Colgate are interchangeable, and that's really the only difference. But I'm with you. So you're getting another 4 stars out of me, Noah.
All right.
All righty. The 15 seed, Noah. Who you got wrapping that up?
Oh boy, 15s. Oakland. Got to draw that 15 there. And then we're going with Longwood, South Dakota State, and Long Beach State, who informed their head coach on Monday that he was fired. And then he said, you know what I think about that? I'm going to go win the conference tournament and go play in March.
Yeah, hell of a nice little run there. Sorry, it was Oakland, Longwood, Long Beach, and who else?
South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits, who might be the only dangerous 15 seed.
They would be, yeah. They're looking really good, Noah. I'm giving you 4 on that one. Let's run through 16 as the coverage is starting. 4.
Yeah. Yep. So we do have 16 of them here. The 16 seeds. The automatic qualifiers left: Howard, Wagner, Stetson, St. Peter's, Grambling State, and Montana State. Half of those won their conference when they weren't supposed to, and none of them are tremendous. The one I would watch out for here, if you are planning on a 1-seed upset, would be Grambling State. Grambling State has been very good.
Yeah. Who am I missing? I got Howard, Wagner, Stetson, Grambling, St. Peter's.
Montana State.
Montana, thank you. They've been fun to watch this year.
Yeah, Grambling, the only one who I think has a chance at maybe pulling an upset here.
No, I completely agree as I'm getting just switched over to my other camera.
And those are all the remaining teams, so that means you also have all of the same teams. They are all automatic qualifiers.
Yeah.
AJ, we are getting geared in, ready for the selection show, which probably will start in about 7 to 9 minutes. We'll
Yeah.
see.
7 to 9 minutes. You gotta let the big heads, the talking heads, get their pieces in. Essentially, do what we just did, but probably worse, honestly.
Probably with prettier graphics, but
Much prettier than my handwriting. No, absolutely. And yeah, if there's a producer out there that's watching that wants to come help, hey, we are open to the help. We know the show can look a lot better than what it looks like right now. But yeah, while we're waiting, just want to, go through a couple things. I will be live. Noah will join me sometimes this weekend, Thursday through Sunday, from tip-off to the last basket, live for March Madness, reacting to everything, live betting everything. We got a couple of guests lined up as well. Should be exciting. Along with that, did drop the link to our March Madness Bracket Tournament Challenge, winning a shirt and a couple stickers from Degenerate Takes. We will get those to you, but
I would say we get enough people to join. I don't know where we're sitting on number wise with that, but we get enough people to join. We might toss in a little gift card of your choice. Amount will depend on how many people we get in.
If we get over 50 people to join, so if we hit 50, it's a push. Over 50 plus to join, we'll give away a $50 gift card to something.
Oh, you're choosing. You're choosing.
Yes, we'll give you the choice, along with the shirt, along with the sticker.
We are underway, AJ. UConn getting the number one overall seed, as we both predicted. Stetson going to be the 16 seed, playing them in the first round. That should be a blowout, I would imagine.
Yeah. No, should be a blowout. Not surprising there whatsoever.
FAU in with an 8 seed. Woo! An 8.
Wow,
really?
That is fucking high.
Playing Northwestern, I think Boo Buie is going to absolutely dismantle FAU. Doesn't matter. Whoever wins that matchup is losing to UConn big time.
I can't believe they're that high. I can't believe they're that high.
They got an 8.
That is appalling. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
What have you done for me recently? Absolutely nothing.
All right, who's playing in Spokane? We got San Diego State in there as a 5. That is a little high, I would say, for San Diego State.
A little aggressive line there, but
playing UAB. So we got a battle of the mid majors in a 5-12 there.
Not bad.
That'll be fun.
I'm liking it.
That'll be fun. Auburn with the 4 there. I think.
Okay.
I think it's looking like a very favorable Sweet 16 run for Auburn here until they have to play UConn. They're playing Yale. Yeah, I'm early reaction. I'm liking Auburn a lot to move on to the Sweet 16 at least there.
Oh, it's not showing. What the fuck? Oh, that's ridiculous.
All right, 6 seed in the Eastern region is going to be BYU.
Okay, respectable.
So, not a 5 as Lenardi projected, but BYU lives or dies by the 3-point shooting. They're playing Duquesne. That might be Duquesne grabbing an 11 seed here. That's higher than I thought they were going to be by a couple seeds. Illinois grabbing the 3 seed there after their Big Ten win. Watch out for Duquesne. Watch out for Duquesne. The Duquesne Dukes might make a little bit of a a run here. Illinois is playing Morehead State. And I can tell you right now, I am going to love that upset pick right there as Morehead State with the 14 seed.
Oh, yeah. That's really nice there. I like that a lot, Noah.
And don't be surprised to see either Duquesne or Morehead State crash in the Sweet 16. Washington State grabbing the 7 seed in the Eastern region.
I like that. I like it a lot. I like Washington State.
We'll see who they're playing at the 10 seed here, and it is Drake.
Ooh.
Out of Des Moines, Iowa. And I think Washington State is actually going to dominate that game because Washington State, one of the tallest, if not the tallest and biggest teams in college basketball. I think they're going to cause Drake problems. Iowa State on the 2 line, which means North Carolina's probably grabbing that 1 seed.
Probably.
Iowa State did not sneak in with that.
Ooh, South Dakota State getting that 15.
Well, that's good because that was the 15. That was the 115 seed that I did not want to play as an Arizona fan. So I'm okay with South Dakota State being there.
Yeah. Get on
Omaha gonna have a pretty local. I mean, other than Washington State, Drake, Iowa State, South Dakota State, all playing in Omaha. That's gonna be a fun little pocket of the bracket there.
I still cannot get over FAU getting that 8 seed there going up against Northwestern. I think Northwestern is going to smoke them.
Yeah, and I thought FAU was going to get in, not deservingly so. They shouldn't be in. I did not expect an 8 seed. I thought they were going to be a 10 or an 11. I mean, an 8?
Yeah, that's so high. That is ridiculous. Now, I will say I do kind of feel bad for Stetson having to be the sacrificial lamb going into the first round because they've put together a nice season. Like, couldn't, quote unquote, couldn't happen to a nicer guy. You know what I mean?
4 seed in their conference, though. I mean, we were talking about how a lot of these 15 and 16s were weak. South Dakota State was the only 15 or 16 seed who was favored to win their conference championship. So the rest of them, they all lucked in here. South Dakota State's going to be a pain in the ass, but I think Iowa State's going to be just fine taking care of South Dakota State.
No problem.
I honestly don't think we're going to see a 1 or a 2 seed lose in the first round of this tournament.
Minus Purdue.
Even Purdue, I think, is going to be fine.
Matchup. I want to see what matchup they get before I make a further comment on that.
Other than maybe Grambling. Grambling might be the one team that I think could.
I would not want to run into that.
Cause some waves there as a 16, and they're going to get probably stuck in the 16 seed play-in, which is terrible because Grambling is a really good team, and also love to see the representation by the HBCUs here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll be cheering for Grambling big time. All right, we're heading into a commercial break before we get the second quadrant of our bracket. But the first quadrant looks like a fun one. UConn probably going to have an easy path to the Final Four. Not a lot of challengers there for UConn.
Well, looking very early, but I mean, Auburn might put up a
Auburn's going to be fucking tough.
Yeah.
And they got the 4 seed in that one, right?
Mm-hmm. Going up against Yale in the first round, and then they play the winner of San Diego State UAB.
Auburn will be. Yeah, I like Auburn a lot. I'm gonna pencil them in as a Sweet 16 team, and I'm looking forward to that UConn Auburn matchup. That'll be a tough one.
That's gonna be a fun one.
As far as the rest of that bracket, I mean, Illinois is a weak ass 3 seed. Morehead State might upset them in the first round.
I like that a lot.
And then 2 seed for that one, we got Iowa State. I mean, I like to believe we're going to see an Iowa State matchup against probably UConn, but potentially Auburn. And so this is going to be a chalky quadrant of the bracket as far as I'm concerned, outside of picking maybe a Morehead State to beat Illinois in the first round.
Yeah.
This feels like the chalk quadrant of the bracket.
Oh,
bracket for me.
absolutely. No, absolutely. Lots of chalk going on in that side.
And we'll get our heavy hitters here coming on in the next three with our 12, 13 seeds, with some of the lower seeds that might make some waves.
Yeah.
I would love to see an Arizona St. Peter's matchup because I feel like that's
please. Can we just have one easy game in the first round? Can we just
St.
make it to the weekend?
Yeah, we're gonna have to play like Grambling. That's gonna be the thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Just kidding. They're gonna get a 16. So as far as 15, South Dakota State out of the water here, which was, like I said, the only 15 that I was worried about as an Arizona fan.
Yeah.
So I don't think, I've learned my lesson from previous years. I'm not picking Arizona to go super, super deep in the tournament. But hopefully we'll have a 15 that we can easily manage.
But even then, even you talk about easily managed. I mean, U of A couldn't easily manage a fucking Wendy's right now if we asked them to.
Yeah, I don't. But like we're a weird team. Like our floor is very low, obviously, as we've seen multiple times this season. But our ceiling is so fucking high.
Yeah, but that's every U of A team, dude. Yes, our ceiling is as high as the Taj Mahal, bro. But we only ever get into the basement.
It's a heightened physicality thing, I think, for us. Houston getting the number 2 overall seed in the South.
Houston's getting the ones. Oh yeah, number 2 overall. Sorry.
Yep, they will be playing.
Come on,
drum roll, please.
Ooh, Longwood, Houston and Longwood in the first round.
Well, Longwood, nice to know you.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Congratulations for
AJ. You were on Longwood to win their conference tournament.
I love Longwood.
You pulled that one out of the bag pretty good there. They were the 2, 3, 4 seeds, something like that, and you were hype on Longwood. Nebraska getting the 8 there.
All right. Ooh, A&M at the 9.
That'll be a fun game.
That's awesome.
Nebraska A&M is going to be a fun first round game. Doesn't matter. Either of them are getting clapped by Houston. So
yeah. So who's that 5?
That's going to be one of those 8-9 toss-up games where you don't really know how to pick it, and you just take your best shot. If you're looking for like a perfect first round, that's going to be one of the toughest games to pick.
Oh, absolutely. Wisconsin getting that 5 seed there, Noah.
And show me a McNeese or or a Samford here.
Oh, let's get him. Come on.
You might be a little ahead of me.
Oh, wait. I'm not stoked.
You're not stoked. Wisconsin got an easy draw.
I don't know about easy. I think I would have liked McNeese a lot more in that spot, but I'll take the Dukes.
Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. James Madison, who could not participate in the tournament the last 2 years because they were postseason ineligible after moving from D2 to D3. James Madison's going to be a tough ass fucking team. 31-3 record. Yeah, that's legit. Watch out. Playing in the Duke getting the 4 seed, but for James Madison, they've been really fucking good.
They have
in both football and basketball. Watch out for them. Duke playing Vermont. That could be an interesting one. That could be an interesting
early round 1 exit there for them.
If I'm JMU, I am feeling great about my chances of making a Sweet 16 there. Texas Tech grabbing the 6th seed here. And they will be up against, show me Indiana State, NC State. That ought to be a fun one too. Texas Tech, NC State.
Good matchup there. But again, I'm liking a couple of these 11s.
Yeah, absolutely. South region.
You on the 3 line yet?
Waiting to see what comes up there. I think this is going to be Tennessee, or not on the 3 line, but on the 2 line. I think we're seeing Tennessee or who am I spacing on?
I have no idea.
I don't know. But Kentucky getting the 3, playing Oakland. I think Kentucky's going to be A-okay against Oakland.
Yeah.
Probably cruise past Texas Tech and NC State. And if they can really get their gears together, Kentucky could make a deep run here in this one. Florida getting the 7.
Ooh, I like the 10.
Do you?
It's a good plan.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one. Boise State, Colorado.
Yeah.
If Boise State beats Colorado, I think Boise State's going to give Florida more of a challenge. But
yeah, that's a tough matchup for Florida. If I'm Florida, I'm a big Colorado fan right now.
But honestly, I like Florida to move on from that one. I think Florida's played really well down the stretch, and I think they're going to, like I said, watch out for Florida to be a sneaky Sweet 16 or Elite 8 team.
Now I remember who you were missing on the second line.
Marquette.
Yep. Oh, no!
What?
Oh! Marquette's going to smoke who they're playing.
Marquette's going to have a tough battle against Florida or Boise State or Colorado. Like, this is a nightmare bracket for Marquette, and I'm
no. Marquette's playing Western Kentucky.
Yeah, no, and I am so glad that Arizona didn't get stuck with this 2 seed, because this 2 seed is hell.
Yeah.
That is, if you're looking to the Elite 8, this is a hellish 2 seed right here. Especially the Final Four. Houston got to be licking their chops, right?
Gotta be. Oh my God. But again, like Houston right now, like this is one of those 1 seeds that we've talked about in the past that it looks like they have such an easy run to the tournament. And then one of these teams just ends up tripping them up, Sweet 16, Elite 8.
I don't think it happens, though. I mean, I think Houston's been a very sound team this season.
They've been dominant.
I think Houston's just about as certain as a lock for the Elite 8 as you can get with the path that they have there.
I mean, I'm with you. I like it. I like Houston a lot, but I'm not there. I'm not there that is as easy as it's looking.
Looking at the bottom half of that quadrant, I could see Kentucky, Florida, Marquette, even potentially like a Boise State, or even maybe NC State decides to fuck around and keep winning. Like,
yeah. NC State's
bottom of
messing around.
Bottom of that South region. Very interesting. Something to keep an eye on. I think Houston will cruise through the top half of that, though.
Yeah, the top half I'm not worried about. It's just when we get a little bit further.
And James Madison, Sweet 16, sounds great.
Yeah. All right, no, we're in a commercial break again. I need to run to the bathroom. I'm going to leave you alone for a minute.
All right. Well, I got hiccups that all of a sudden decided to come across, so bad timing, but that's okay.
Well, if you could get rid of them, that would be great.
I'll try my best.
All right, appreciate you.
AJ's still laughing if you can't hear him off air. But so that's 2 of the regions. I like how the dominoes are falling for Arizona. If you're an Arizona fan, if you're not, I'm sorry, but who cares? You should be an Arizona fan. North Carolina obviously going to be a 1 seed after Iowa State did not get a 1 seed. Purdue's going to get a 1 seed. We'll see. Hopefully they play Grambling in the first round, because I'm going to be loving that. And hopefully they get a tough 8-9. I think the nation kind of hates Purdue all around. It's finally over the last week or two. People are like, oh yeah, fuck Purdue. They get all the fucking calls in the Big Ten, and they're going to be terrible in the tournament. I think Arizona's probably going to end up playing Baylor in the 2-3, or Baylor if they make it that far. If both teams make it that far, I think Baylor's going to be the 3 seed in the West. Arizona's going to get the 2 seed in the West. North Carolina probably the 1 seed. See what the 15s, 10s, 12s, all that look like. McNeese and Samford. Still not settled yet. Both those teams going to be really dangerous. Whoever's drawn them in the 4-5 matchups is going to be doomed. because those are the Cinderellas that we're looking for. We got two more quadrants left to go. We'll see what happens here with the rest of this show. If you haven't already, join our bracket challenge. Free T-shirt, free stickers, free merch, free whatever, you know. If enough people join, if we get 50 people, you're getting a $50 gift card to your choosing. So make sure to join in. Tell your friends, join in, and free to enter, free to get the prizes. You know, all we ask is, you know, like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and
Hell yeah.
AJ says, hell yeah.
And subscribe. All that fun stuff. Helps us out a lot more than you know. And just a reminder again, we will be live, Thursday through Sunday, tip-off to the last basket. Come here for all your best bets and everything like that. Live reactions to March Madness rounds 1 and 2. And join our bracket challenge, you know? Giving out some prizes. And again, over 100 people, we'll give away a cash prize too. Well, a gift card prize too. Of your selection. We're getting pretty good at this now, the whole plugging thing.
Yeah, absolutely. As we await the third quadrant of the bracket to be released, I hope it's the West. I think Arizona should be that 2 seed in the West. Finally, for the first time in like 3 or 4 or 5 plus years, we might actually get geographically placed where we should.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we would love that 2 seed in LA. We got the Midwest first. Purdue getting the 1 seed there. No surprise.
No surprise.
And they will be playing, hopefully, Grambling State. Let's go.
Ooh, winner of Montana State, Grambling State.
Grambling's going to blow out Montana. So,
yeah.
Grambling State will blow out Montana State. Not Montana, who was one of the favorites to win their conference, in Montana State.
Yeah.
One of those teams sneaking in with the 6, 7, 8 seed. Just, you know, not a great season for Montana State, but sneaking in there, they probably get clapped by Grambling State.
Yeah.
Grambling State might give Purdue a hard time. Utah State getting the 8 seed. Here we go.
We like that.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's get some Mountain West in here.
Just a little bit, you know.
Who's been in so far? San Diego State. Is that it?
Is
that the only Mountain West team we've had? TCU getting a 9 seed there.
I like that for TCU.
Utah State's going to clap TCU. So if Purdue doesn't lose to Grambling State, they're losing to Utah State. And it's fine because Utah State's a really good team, and I'm glad we don't have to play them in the second round.
Ooh, I love
Gonzaga a 5. Gonzaga a 5.
Yeah, I like that. And I love who they're playing at the 12.
McNeasy.
Woo! McNeasy. Let's go.
Full
Talk
arena.
about a round 1 upset.
Well, Gonzaga doesn't know how to go.
Nice.
Gonzaga doesn't know how to win in March, so.
No, they don't.
I mean, they've made some deep tournament runs, but they've had like 5 1 seeds in the last 10 years, and they haven't done shit with them. So,
oh, wow.
This 4-13 is going to be real interesting here, too,
tough.
I bet.
This is tough. How far? Let me know when the 13's announced.
So we got Kansas. Tell me they didn't put Samford in the same bracket. Oh, they did.
Oh, they did. Oh, they did.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to be a
This is
hell of
gonna
a
be
game.
fun.
Hell of a game. I'm so excited.
Give me that Samford McNeasy matchup in the second round. Holy
I love
shit.
it. I love it.
I'm kind of pissed that they put both in the same little pocket of the bracket, but Samford McNeasy is my like dream of a second round matchup. All right, 6 seed here in the Midwest, and I'm glad that those teams are out of our area of the bracket. South Carolina with the 6, I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with that. Yeah, keep them out of ours.
Yeah.
Let's get a real strong 11 seed in here. Oregon, I would have been A-okay playing Oregon again. But
yeah, me too.
That's okay. Whatever. 3 seed, Creighton.
I like it.
All right. Yep.
Good for them.
Like I predicted, we're gonna get the 2 seed in the South.
Baylor's
Baylor's
gonna
gonna have that 3, and that's gonna be the tough game that we have to worry about is Baylor.
Yeah. We already have a loss to them this year, don't we?
I don't think we played Baylor this year. Akron getting a 14. That's no cakewalk for Creighton there.
No, not at all. Ooh.
They should still win that. Texas got a 7?
Longhorns are back.
And Virginia's in?
Wow. Wow. Where did Virginia come from?
That was a bang, bang, bang of what the fuck committee.
Wow. Where did Virginia come from?
A, how does Texas have a 7? How is Virginia even in? And why is Colorado State in a play-in with them? Tennessee with the 2 there. That's fucking stupid.
I can't believe Virginia's in. I cannot believe Virginia's in.
Well, Tennessee, depending on the 15 seed, probably just got gifted a free route to the Sweet 16 there.
Yeah, they essentially did.
Yeah, St. Peter. Yeah. Committee just gave Tennessee the easiest fucking route to the Sweet 16 and potentially even the Elite 8. I mean,
so you know that
Oregon,
means we're playing Yale now.
No, because Yale's not going to be on the 15 line.
Hey, we just saw what they did with the bottom half of this bracket.
And Yale's already gotten their seating, so.
I know, but still. Oh, did they? Yeah, they did. My bad.
Wow. Committee just said fuck you to Purdue and then gave Tennessee the easiest route they could to the
cakewalks.
And Tennessee's still gonna find a way to fuck it up, but
yeah. Oh yeah, they don't make it out of the Sweet 16.
I am kind of loving the fact that they gave Purdue like literally the worst fucking.
Yeah, that is a.
Oh god, yeah. Purdue's got a nightmare route to the Elite 8, but they probably won't even make it out of the first weekend, so who cares?
Probably not. I still can't get over Virginia being in this tournament.
Yeah, I don't even
know where they're coming from with that.
And that tells me all I need to know that Indiana State is for sure out. And I suspected that, but disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
Which is okay because it's coming down to our quadrant of the bracket, and I'm okay with not having Indiana State there because
thank God.
They'd be scary.
Yeah, I would not want to deal with that.
All right, one quadrant of the bracket left. St. Mary's is probably going to be the 6 or the 7 there. I bet Clemson's the 7. St. Mary's is the 6. New Mexico and Nevada both going to be in there.
Ooh, I like that.
Which we're gonna have a path of winnable games, but we're also gonna have a path of like very losable games.
Oh yeah, especially the way we've been playing this year. It's gonna be tough either way.
I'm just hoping we get Clemson at the 7, somebody else beatable at the 10, so we can at least make a Sweet 16. That's all I'm hoping for.
That's
at this
all I want
point.
is a Sweet 16.
Baylor, North Carolina should be the 1. Baylor should be the 3. We'll be the 2. Off the top of my head, I'm struggling on who's going to be the 4 and the 5 here, but this is going to be a very open quadrant of the bracket.
Yeah. Very open, wide open.
Like, this is going to be the one that you want to pick your upsets out of, especially outside of the last one with Samford and McNeese.
That's tough.
And then Purdue might not even be there in the Sweet 16 by the time that Samford and McNeese are playing each other for a Sweet 16 berth, and then whoever else. So, God, they made it tough on me. They put both of my Cinderellas in this. Like, I got to deal with both of them playing each other in the second round.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
that's gonna be a nice matchup, though.
That's the one thing that I didn't want. I didn't want to have to choose between Samford and
get it.
McNeese.
Neither did I, but we got to do it now, Noah.
Yeah, Kansas looking ripe for a first round upset.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've just not been playing well this season. Been bad for Kansas.
Yeah, well, Purdue might lose to Grambling State. Who knows?
That would be awesome.
All right, waiting on one more quad of the bracket here.
One more quad.
The one that features our U of A Wildcats.
Go Wildcats. Bear down. Go Cats. And then, Noah, once the thing's done, do you want to make our bracket for our entry?
Yeah, we can make our joint bracket.
Yeah, we'll make the joint bracket, get that done so everyone knows what they're competing against, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and we'll have our individual brackets separately. A little not so public information there.
No. Well, I may do mine live. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, you're welcome to.
I know.
As we're back with the South region.
Let's go.
The one that we care about, the one that makes the most sense, the one that features the University of Arizona.
Bear down, go Cats. Oh, please give us a good matchup. Please give us a good matchup. Please give us a good matchup.
I hope Indiana State's in this one, even though that we'll probably lose to them in the Sweet 16.
All right, UNC at the number 1. Not surprising.
Yep, we do that. We knew UNC was going to be number 1. Arizona's going to be 2. Baylor's going to be 3. Who's grabbing the 16 here? That's going to be
Howard and Wagner.
Yep. Process of elimination. That makes sense. 8 seed. 8 and 9 will be interesting here.
Yeah, what are they going to do here?
I think North Carolina's going to be susceptible to maybe an upset here in the second round.
Yeah.
Mississippi State's a dangerous team that's been playing good ball lately.
Number 9's wild.
Is it?
I think.
Michigan State. Gross. Fuck that.
We had them. I'm looking at the board right now. We had them 2 seeds lower.
Yeah, I figured they would make it in, but God, the amount of Q3
so high.
The amount of Q3 and Q4 losses that they had is embarrassing.
So
St. Mary's grabbing a 5, which is a lot higher.
I like that.
Gonzaga and St. Mary's both getting a 5. I had them both at the 6 line.
I like it though.
I'm glad they're in the top part of the bracket though.
They're going up against them Lopes.
And watch out for fucking GCU.
Watch out. That's a good 12-5.
Third tournament in the last 4 years that GCU's made, by the way.
I mean, hey, they're solid. It's a solid squad.
They're
like a lot.
They're ripe for it. They're ripe for a win. They're feeling it, and I wouldn't be surprised if GCU maybe pulls a little bit of an upset there.
Ooh.
Alabama drawing a 4. Yeah, I don't even know who's at the 13, but I probably like them. Charleston against Alabama.
Yeah, baby.
In Spokane.
Spokane.
Big way to travel for both of those teams.
Yeah.
Now we get into the juice here. 6 seed, Clemson. I was hoping they'd be on the 7 line, but that's okay.
Too.
But that's okay because they ain't going anywhere.
No, they're not. Not against New Mexico. Holy shit. That'll be a good game.
Winner of their conference, New Mexico. Yeah, that's going to be a blowout. And that's going to be the 11 seed blowing out the 6 there.
Ooh. As we talked about, Baylor there at the 3.
Well, the Big East getting no love here.
No, absolutely none.
St. John's, Providence, Seton Hall, all looking like they might be on the outs. We haven't seen the 7-10 here yet, but Colgate against Baylor, I think Baylor easily handles that. I think Baylor easily handles Clemson or New Mexico. I think Baylor's
looking good.
How the fuck did Dayton get a 7?
That is... Yeah,
You lose multiple games in your conference down the stretch. You lose your conference. You lose early in your tournament and you still get a 7 seed. Oh, give me Nevada.
Yeah,
Easy.
Nevada any day.
So that's what are we at? 5? Are we missing one? Or we got San Diego State, we got Utah State, we got Nevada, we got New Mexico, we got Colorado State, Arizona at the 2. No shock there.
Who are we playing?
Did we get all 6 of
Yeah.
UNLV? UNLV is the one team that's missing. They're not going to get the 15. So
No,
we did get a 5 bid Mountain West though,
we're playing Long Beach.
with a coach who's been fired and has been on fire. Fuck that. Nevada's going to be
fired. Let's go win you a tournament.
Nevada's going to be a tough second round matchup, but
We got to get through Long Beach first.
that's okay. Oh, I think we're fine against Long
Man.
Beach. I think we're fine.
So Noah, I mean, I got to ask, biggest snub that we're seeing right now.
Probably USF.
I'm giving you, that is. I can't believe they didn't make the tournament.
Very closely followed by Indiana State.
Yeah. Couple mind-blowing decisions by the committee.
Like the fact that we have like Michigan State in there. Why?
Why? Because it's March and sometimes they play well in March.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I don't know. Are the brackets available yet?
Dude, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on.
They might not be. It might be an hour or two before they're.
No, it's saying 22 minutes on ESPN. I think that's too long to wait.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll
Whew.
draw that together here soon.
We'll do that. Hey, let's do that tomorrow night. You good with that? We do it tomorrow
Yes,
during
sir.
tomorrow night's show.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do that. Tomorrow night we'll be live. We will do our March Madness bracket for our turn. Hold on. Oh, yeah, we got to wait. Sorry. I thought it did something weird on this end. So anyway, we'll be live tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we'll be filling out our March Madness bracket for our tournament. Again, that link is in the chat. So go and check that out. We'll also be putting it out on Twitter. Follow us at DGenTakes, at Brofect1, at N_Engelbretson, or at Money Train.
Mountain West got 6 teams in.
That's not bad.
Big 10.
Oklahoma, Seton Hall, Indiana State, and Pitt. I can't believe Pitt was even fucking talked about.
Yeah, that's rough for Indiana State. They should have
Really
been in.
rough.
I don't know how USF wasn't in. Like that's the biggest one for me. Like how FAU got a 8 seed
FAU is mind-blowing.
and USF got left out completely. When they had the better season, they won head-to-head. They were the better team.
Yeah.
FAU is going to get clapped.
FAU is going to get clapped. Man, that McNeese, I really want a McNeese-Samford second-round matchup.
I think we might have it. And, that
I do
involves...
too. The way KU's been playing. Are they going to have their guys back?
They should, but...
The way Samford's been playing, I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah, Stanford and McNeese, both really good. I'll be picking both of them.
Whew.
Even if Kansas has to play back-to-back games against Samford and McNeese, I don't think they win 2 of those.
No, that's a gauntlet. But Noah, anything else to say about March Madness brackets, anything like that?
As we suspected, a bunch of fucking mid Power 5 teams getting in. Like, it's what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, that is what we go with. But again, we'll be live tomorrow night. We'll be breaking down more of March Madness, making our bracket, doing all that fun stuff. And I don't know, we'll talk about some NFL, maybe some MLB. We're getting into that season, NHL. We'll break it down for you. But thank you all again for listening and watching. Again, if you like what you're hearing, hit that like button. Helps us out a lot more than you know. But with all that being said, I, of course, am the Brofect1 AJ. That's the Money Train, Noah. And we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.